welcome Raptors. This is Binarai, also known as Paul Mills, here for another Raptoreum update stream on the 1st of October 2023. What's up, Perigo? How you doing, Falcon? What's up, Homegrown? We've got Azorian, Budweiser, and we got Toddbot.
Rave.
Don't forget to follow us at this YouTube channel, to like the video. Also join our Discord, that is discord.gg/Raptoreum. Follow us at Threads, at Instagram and at Twitter, which is now called X, that's at Raptoreum. How you doing, Jay?
Rave.
Oh, I am so sorry, Budweiser. Just about another 10 minutes now, we'll get started with the update stream. Lots to talk about today, considering we had a bit of a mishap last week. I am so glad the sound is working. Don't forget, guys, head over to the stream party chat at our Discord. We usually do a bit of rain there. We're gonna have an RTM update for half an hour, and then we're gonna head over to CryptoSmith. I did actually say Twitter or X. You know what I mean? I didn't say Twitter X. That's right, Footwiser. Bag up that RTM. Not financial advice. Do your own research, of course. Hey, do knock you.
I get down.
If it's written in the stars, close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of your heart. If it's written in the stars, close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of your heart. If it's written in the stars, close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of your heart. If it's written in the stars, close your eyes and listen to the rhythm of your heart.
I get down.
We're almost there now, guys. Just another 5 minutes and we'll get started. Looks like we've got a full house today. The good news, guys, we managed to get Piggy out of bed. Charlie's here as well.
Void.
Just a couple of minutes now, guys. Stream is called Metallurgical. I just made that up. There's no reason for it. Oh, it's Grainal. We got Milkdud Records. Grainal. Meow. All right, guys, let's get over to the team. Can you hear me, guys?
We can hear you.
Fantastic.
Can you hear us?
I can definitely hear you, yeah.
I said Venezuelan ladies of the evening, and there you appear.
Ah, yes.
Now, can the stream hear us? That's the most important thing.
Yep.
Falcon's saying, and we
Oh,
can
good.
hear the team as well. That's brilliant. So that's
Good,
a
good.
fantastic start. So the music was good. We could hear the voice, and now we can hear the team as well. So fantastic. So thanks for waiting around, guys. We are back here on the 1st of October, 2023 for another Raptoreum weekly update stream. We've got a bit more things to talk about today due to the last stream having a few audio issues. Yeah. So how are we all?
Yeah, doing well. Yourself?
Very good, thank you. Oh, I need to introduce you, don't I? Here we have David Owen Morris, also known as BigPiggy, who is the co-founder of Raptoreum. To my, well, it's to your right, I suppose. We have Alejandro, who is the head of Spanish marketing. Bottom left, we have Edwin Antonas, also known as the Dirtiest Miner, who is the king of shitcoins. Below me, we have the Scherminator, who is the head of the Discord moderation. And to the bottom right of me, we have Charlie, also known as Lawn Jerry. Is that right, Charlie? Yeah. With no camera. So
I think he had to run and take care of a little one.
all right, fair enough. Okay. So I suppose we'll get started then. Piggy, have you got the sheet up and running? Yeah.
Have I got a sheet up and running? Oh, that sheet, yeah.
All right. Brilliant. Okay, so we've been doing a lot more work with the marketplace team, and we've got some really nice things that are being built to complement that ecosystem that we're sort of building, ready for mainnet. We are thinking of doing a little bit of community testing very, very soon on one aspect of it. So we are just waiting on Zlata to come back with some finished screens on that, and then we might deploy that so you can test it out. Piggy?
Oh, yeah. Nando's been pushing a lot of code. He's fixed future unique asset transactions. A lot of the smaller UI bugs are fixed now as well. ProTX register submit. I'm not quite sure what was supposed to be wrong with that.
It just wouldn't work for creating new nodes. It had to be done a different way.
Ah, right. Ah, yeah, it had to be used with the smart node. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Asset detail pop-up is now selectable. Yeah, that was one of the UI bugs we had, and there are now mempool checks on create asset. Otherwise, you could potentially overfill the mempool with stale transactions. So yeah, quite a bit of stuff has been going on. Pre is reviewed a fair bit of that. We've still got a few more things to come, but there's steady and solid progress. Who has the angry poodle?
Oh, that's me. Neighbor.
Oh, okay.
Oh, is it a neighbour?
Oh,
Well, at least it's not a leaf blower.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. Give it time.
Anything else to say, Piggy, on that?
No, I've got about the IQ of a boiled potato right now. So
You seem pretty active. I was quite impressed with your Telegram performance. Just
yeah, but I mean, that was channeling the spirit of Sadhguru and attempting to spread philosophy and wisdom.
well, yeah.
And that kind of stuff through the power and magic of using your voice and changing the intonation a bit.
Okay, noted. Scherm, Wiz has got some updates to the bot. Do you want to talk about those?
With the
So he's got Wiz video AI now, which is in there.
well, the deform, like, so you have like animated type images, so it kind of transforms into other images, so it kind of gives motion to the images and kind of deforms into new images from the original image, and obviously incorporating that into the bot and adding buttons and more functionality and stuff to that as well, making it easier for everybody.
Awesome stuff. So if you want to go and check that out, what do they need to do? Because people were trying to cut corners the other day.
Yeah, they're trying to cut corners, trying to get around the fact that you need to be in the realm of the Gigatoshis to access the bot. Once you're in the realm, you can ask one of the moderators for the artist role, and you'll have access to the bot and be able to use it. And to get into the realm, you need to donate at least 1 RTM, basically for 11 trivias to level up to enter into the realm.
Do you know what, Scherm?
Do you know what, Scherm?
Yeah. I meant to tell you, but what I can do is I can program it. So when anyone's in the realm, then they get all the extra rolls that they need already. So
automatically. That's a good idea.
Yeah. I'll be able to do that. Yeah, carry on. Sorry for putting in.
No, that's good. Yes. So, then once you're in the realm, you have access to that, some secret channels, and obviously there's other perks of being in the realm as well as bonus reigns and early access to things. So, enter the realm, become a Gigatoshi.
Awesome stuff. Piggy?
I post adult content in there from time to time in case anybody's interested. If it'll make more people join.
What, in the realm?
I'm happy to take one for the team and put pics and what else can we come to think of?
Well, we're doing little fingers these days as well.
Little fingers, okay.
Yeah.
It's be the new trivia round, right?
Yeah.
We're moving from feet to fingers.
That's sort of like for the whole like Dr. Evil thing there. Who's Dr. Evil in this? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
Okay. Piggy, Explorer update coming?
Well, yeah, there are quite a few things coming for that. It's getting the first round of the asset updates now, so you can search assets, list them, list the addresses holding them, that kind of thing. It's going to be a little bit slow to start with, but once we have a full asset index in there, and once we have what's it called? IPFS loading software in there as well, you'll be able to view content hosted on IPFS if something is attached from IPFS as metadata to an asset. Basically your JPEGs for your NFTs. Yeah.
Awesome. That'd be great. I've just noticed we've gone over 100 viewers. Like concurrently. Usually we only go maximum of 30 during the live due to the time.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're being botted or something, or there was a fake me earlier, and they want to see if I'm really still here. I don't know.
We're
working.
Trying
to see if you rugged after the whole CoinX fiasco.
No, we're a cat NFT project now.
We've been working on some promo videos with KGM, who is the Finnish forest mafia guy, and he's got a girl he works with. Is that his girlfriend?
I think just friend.
It's just a friend.
No. Is it his girl?
I do believe a lady he works with.
Is it a lady? Right. Yeah. Well, at the start of the stream, the girl who was dancing was part of that. We're going to have a lot more different ones, and also he might be working on the mainnet assets release video. Yeah, but maybe we might not have girls in that one, but we'll see. Maybe one or two.
What's wrong with girls?
I've never said there's anything wrong with it.
You're going woke on us now.
I ain't going woke on you. We're not throwing men in there, are we? All right. Piggy, what else we got with the code?
Well, we've got quite a few things. There's something like a BIP9 fork for the nodes on the way as well. that'll be a first, so that we can basically soft fork on 2 levels. First soft fork proof of work blocks, and then at a slightly later date, a few days after a BIP9 soft fork passes, then we can soft fork on the node level as well. So that upgrades and updates to the network layer get sort of a smoother transitioning, instead of a lot of people getting pose banned because they've been lazy about updating nodes, which will be a good thing. That's going to be a first in the space. That's going to be interesting to see.
Nice.
Fun to roll out.
Dirty miner. I'm hearing Casper miners now overclockable.
Yeah, you can go up to like 160 gigahash instead of the base 100. They also came out with like some firmware upgrades for stability. But I think there's like levels of OC too, and if you like fuck up and you don't have the appropriate charger for it or AC adapter for it, you just reset it with like the button on the actual miner, so you don't have to like mess with more firmware. It'll just default, go back to its factory default settings.
And what's all the beef
Yeah, but
at the moment between all the streamers and that about all these overclocks? I mean, I saw Son of a Tech who was really negative about the whole situation. What's going on with that?
Oh, I don't know. I think at one point he was like really into Caspa, and then all of a sudden he just had a change of heart.
What do you think he sold his back?
Probably, but I don't know. I'm not sure about that drama. I just know that some people were getting banned from the Discord for selling.
What, banned from Casper for selling?
Yeah,
Okay.
selling like firmware and hardware and
Oh,
shit.
for selling firmware. Right.
And hardware, yeah.
Oh, also bit streams and modified bit streams and selling each other's bit streams, reselling each other's bit streams, and yeah.
Yeah, there's some fun stuff over there.
Yeah, but I mean, it's I'm not gonna. It's a can of worms. I'm not gonna even bother with commenting on it. Oh yeah, there was a fake me around. If for some reason someone from the staff DMs you, go to the server user list, open the conversation from there, see if it takes you to the same conversation.
I only
That's
DM you for
basically,
fix.
yeah. No. Last time you DM'd me, you told me you were worried about where I was going to invite you next. But, yeah. It is what it is. I mean, that kind of stuff needs to be really careful with it, because a lot of assholes will also try to combine it with something like on Friday we had Discord fucking up again. And I mean really fucking up, because they botched an Electron upgrade, and it broke Cloudflare, and it broke almost all of their other transport layer security. But it wasn't just a Discord issue, it was an issue for all Electron-based tech, which includes Brave, Chrome, Chromium, Edge, all Chrome-derived browsers. Funny how people don't want to publicize that that's what's actually been hacked. We've got a link up somewhere, or I can put one up, if anybody wants to track what's been patched and what hasn't been patched. A lot of stuff has been patched, so update your stuff. Basically, they would make a web P or web, what's it called? The other one, G, the web video. One is just web images, the other one is web video, and that would cause an overflow, giving them full access to your system as a verified user. I helped clean up in my day job a couple of exploited machines, and they got thoroughly exploited. I mean, really thoroughly. First, a little sniffer package to see if the machine is interesting. Oh, the machine is interesting. Boom, here's an attack package that kills your antivirus, that kills your malware detection, that kills your updates. You're now updating from our servers, not from Windows. And they were successfully doing this on Linux machines as well, because the privilege escalation was that high. And if you check up and read up on the exploit, it was CVE level 10. And that's rare. That's very, very rare. That's whoever disclosed that to them, or if it wasn't discovered, but if whoever disclosed that to them, they would have gone all the way to the top on the bounty scale and rung all the multipliers at the same time. It doesn't get any worse than that. Because they can install software, don't need to ask permissions, there's no detection, they're already a privileged user, and they can kill your AV and other security precautions. And there's no need for them to go much beyond adding a -y to a command string. Which is, yeah, bad.
Gary.
Yeah, that -y just means yes. So one thing that is going to be happening on the Discord that some of you are going to whinge about is we are going to be dropping all file uploads because there's not really any need for them. If you really want to entertain everybody with your memes, you can find something better to do.
You just upset four-headed penis.
I don't really care.
But if there's something that has to be uploaded or something,
He thinks he's an echidna. Do you know what animal he has derived that name from?
No.
So definitely a trivia question.
Oh God. Okay. It's like a hedgehog,
Just save
but
it.
it's essentially
put it in
it's
Scherm's
essentially
tag
got a duck's mouth. It and the duck-billed platypus are the only two mammals that lay eggs. And yes, mammals that lay eggs, and the babies drink milk from the mummy after coming out of the egg. Really weird stuff.
Yeah, let's move along. Let's move along.
I feel like we're in trivia right now.
Right. The other day we tested out a completely ridiculous trivia night where we had 41 questions because we were seeing...
Which is a mistake. Why not 42?
41. It was originally 40, but then I added one on the end.
But 42 is so much more meaningful.
That's 420. 420.
No.
42.
42, the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Well, anyway, it was 41.
Right.
And
fake nerd, you don't even know Douglas Adams.
I don't care about Douglas Adams, mate.
No Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy for you?
Yes, obviously I've heard of that, yeah.
So long and thanks for all the fish, mate.
All right, well, we might do a 42 trivia next time.
Where the dolphins and all of the other cetaceans, they're leaving Earth and they're being... And Dirk Gently is standing there watching them flying up, getting beamed up and talking to these at the same time. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, so we
I'm
did it in
severely
41.
sleep deprived.
41.
I haven't had
Piggy, you're
caffeine.
killing me, bro.
Sweet, man.
69 Sherm bags win.
I'm thinking that Piggy's better when he's sleep deprived anyway.
it's pretty damn good, man.
Yeah. Piggy, what's Nando been secretly up to?
Oh, that. Well, I'm not going to tell you about that because then I'd have to. Well, yeah.
Well, I've had permission from the Nando man himself, but I'm not gonna...
no, not for the really dark stuff. That's not been brought up anywhere yet.
Okay.
No.
I mean, all I know about Nando is he's into his tractors.
Trustless shared nodes is on the way. So you can basically set up a collateral transaction inside your own wallet and then delegate the power of that to another address in some form. The exact mechanism, we've got to do some testing before we decide on the exact mechanism because there are different ways verification can potentially mess with it slightly.
The way that Nando showed me was the fact that you could lock smaller amounts in everyone's wallet that are involved into that node, which is pretty cool stuff. And you could also lock them as like a minimum of like 30 days. So it just saves them having an unstable node. You know what I mean? I thought
but
really
that's
cool
one of the other reasons why we've put time lock transactions in there.
Yeah, but he's using the Bitcoin time locks, isn't he, at the moment? Not necessarily RTM based time locks, as far as I understand it.
But no, I believe we've moved past that because HTLCs you can just putz with the wallet and move the funds anyway.
Yeah, I think
what you can do is you can make a transaction. Like on your own local system, you set on your own local system for it to meet the conditions for you to be able to move the funds. And then you take that signed transaction and you move it to another system and broadcast it there. And it will validate with the right keys.
Okay. So yeah, a lot of testing's been going on with that. Cool thing about that is the initial node deployer, the person that creates the server sets their operator reward, and then if that's
I mean it's once it gets ironed out, it's going to be a big deal because it's not going to be the same as there are several other coins that do different forms of delegation. Some of them do it well, some of them do it awfully, some of them do it easily, verifiably, and some of them use it as an obfuscation method, basically. But they mainly do delegation to staking pools. There are a couple that are doing shared nodes as well, but they've got very complicated multi-sig procedures to the point where nobody's going to use it ever.
Yeah.
Because it's so hard to use.
I think it would be good to have like trustless peer-to-peer node lists where you could compete on the rewards of your node based on the operator reward. So you'd show that, and then you could be able to choose the right one. Nando was also talking about actually branding the node with a name, so you could say, "Oh, I'm on Piggy's node, or I'm on Scherm's node." So that would be something that would be really cool, I think. And yeah, I mean, I'm really excited for that. as many of you have seen from our recent announcement on Twitter, we are now live on Komodo Wallet. That is with Android, iOS, and desktop versions. And we've also got both assets on there as well. That is mainnet UTXO, Raptoreum, and also the Raptoreum as well, which is WRTM on the BSC side of things. So big thanks to the Komodo team for integrating us with the full protocol. We really do appreciate that, and we look forward to more of a working relationship moving forward as well. Scherm, we had a video from Rabid about epics.
Yeah, he's got some hash rates with his new dual Epic 7742 rig. So if you haven't seen that, check that out. So now I think he's got a single Epic rig with the 7742 and now a dual Epic 7742 rig.
Awesome stuff. Where can they go and check that out?
If you can go to Rabid's YouTube channel, and I think it's also in his Discord. If you go to his Discord and Rabid's videos channel, you'll be able to find it there as well.
That's Rabid Mining at YouTube.
Right, yeah.
Piggy, CoinX.
Yeah. CoinX are back up and running again, and I must say I've been very happy with how they handle this whole thing. It was a difficult situation, but they went out really quickly and explained what had happened to some degree, the mildest possible degree, but took responsibility for it, owned the situation, and got things back up and rolling from there. I'm pleased with it. This is why we spent, quite frankly, very considerable amount of money on listing with them in the middle of then a raging bull market. But there is a solid group behind them. It's not like they're an exchange backed by mainly their own asset or their own token or some kind of shit like that. They are backed by a very solid consortium that have a massive number of users in Asia. They have the whole VIA group in the upstream, and VIA group is probably, effectively speaking, at the moment, the single largest mining pool for everything. For everything that's high enough up on the food chain. So I'm pleased with that. We helped them out with contacting a few places where they didn't really have the best connections, and I've been quite busy with that. But it also shows where we were put on their priority list, because they still have well over 280 other projects that haven't been brought online quite yet.
Yeah. CryptoSmith, if you are watching, I'm going to start the Smith stream maybe 15 minutes later, because we had a lot to say on the weekly update due to us having the issues last week. So 15 minutes later, start on that. And now I'm
actually awake today.
What? So are you going to be on the Smith stream?
Me? Can I troll on there?
I suppose so, yeah. Of course you can.
Boobs?
Or you could just go back to bed. No, there's no boobs on there. He's got children in the house, so...
Oh. Bloody
He
hell.
can't hear us.
Yeah.
There would be no crypto stream if his people in his house could hear us.
Yeah, they can't actually hear us, but they're filming and so on.
Yeah, I think they watch it back, so boobs is out of the equation, mate.
Damn it.
Yeah. Charlie, how are you, Charlie? What's been going on?
Yeah, you notice my camera's been on and off. Maybe you have. I've been bouncing back and forth to the house. My wife just messaged me on my phone saying, "Bring the shop vacuum. We have a mess ×2." So when
Oh,
you have
jeez.
4 boys in the house and your wife messages you, "Bring the shop vac fast," you run. So I ran, but I'm back. But well, everything's been going pretty well. Had a couple of Explorer hiccups to take care of. No big deal. Was back up and running pretty quick. We've had some bots hitting the Explorer, kind of launching mini DOS on it. So I've made some firewall rules to block those. Overall, it's been pretty good, pretty smooth. Not a lot to add to it.
Is there anything that you need to tell us about the upcoming servers or something?
Yeah, October 24. It's a long ways away, but it's possible at that point we have about 12 hours of degraded performance on the Explorer just because one of our providers is moving. It's pretty crazy, actually. They're completely moving out of a data center in New Jersey, and they're moving all of their servers into Buffalo into one of their other data centers. And we're not talking a few hundred servers, we're talking probably tens of thousands of servers. So there's going to be truckloads of servers physically going from one data center to another. And some of our servers are involved in that. But I have some workarounds for that. So, I mean, the impact on our infrastructure should be pretty minimal. I have time to prepare for it and put some patches in place. So, should
Fantastic.
not be a big deal for us.
Is there anything, any updates on Ghost Press or anything like that?
Ghost Press is ready to go. The only reason I haven't announced it to the public and any big announcement on it is because I have not had time to put in place some guides and some documentation and stuff on how it all works. But the systems are ready, everything's ready, all the backup systems are ready. If somebody wants to go order on Ghost Press, it's ready to go. Finally. Yeah, I'm just missing the documentation to kind of onboard people and explain some of the features we have that nobody else has, such as the RAS Raptoreum authentication system, etc. So it's just missing my time to make the documentation and the videos and stuff for that before actually put the announcement out there. But it's ready to go. So pretty happy
Awesome
about
stuff,
that.
man. Alejandro, how are you? What is going on in the world of Spanish Raptoreum?
How are you doing, guys? I hope you hear me well.
Yeah, very good.
It's a little complicated sometimes with the microphones and things. We are fine. Today I released a video about how to use Android wallet, Komodo Android wallet. I hope the community use it and like the way Komodo works. Yeah, the rest of that, everything is fine on the community. We are close to move our page to Charlie's Ghost Press. He talked to Raul. Raul say he's gonna move the site to Ghost Press. So we are almost going to do it. Will take a couple of weeks to finish some things there, and then we're gonna move it there. I'm waiting, of course, for the official sites. Of course, this is just going to be a community site, but it will look great. It's a nice place to be. Yes. We are fine. We are very happy about the CoinNet thing. CoinX get back, and RTM people can start using CoinX again. So we are fine. Yes.
Awesome stuff. Soka Game Dev is asking, Alejandro is Indian.
No, I looks like Indian. That's what so many people say. Some of them call me Arab too. Looks like from Turkey or somewhere like that. No, but I'm from Venezuela. Yes, Venezuela and Latin America. Yes.
There's your answer, Soka.
I have a
Sherm,
little bit of I gotta say, sorry, I interrupted real quick. I have a little bit of mic jealousy there. With Alejandro's mic. Just saying.
yeah, the mic's
I'm a little
pretty
bit jealous.
impressive. Yeah.
It's pretty nice.
Did you like the microphone? No.
Yeah, better.
Yeah. This is awesome. I have mine. I'm wearing. It's like, man, I'm jealous of your mic. It's
Well,
looks
man,
good.
this is Fifini. It's very cheap. It's very cheap price, but it works good. I found it on
Yeah.
YouTube, and then I buy it in a shop here in Amazon here in Brazil.
Right on.
So yes, it's fine.
Didn't you buy a Samsung, Charlie?
Yeah, I have it right here. See?
Were you not using
See
it?
Yeah, right there. But yeah, I have problems with it. It doesn't quite want to work well. This little $10 headset I'm wearing right now seems to work better than the that some Samsung for some reason. I don't know why.
I need to help you out with that, mate. I need to help you out with that. I know your headset is working fine, but those are for selling Windows. You got to phone people up and sell Windows. You know what I mean?
Windows.
You know, PVC windows for your house.
The call center mic.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm thinking you're telling me I'm gonna sell like the Windows operating system. Nah, man, I would not do that to anybody.
Sherm, what's going on with the Discord and the community?
Oh, yeah, the community's doing well. I'll keep it short so we can go to Smith, but everybody's doing well. Everybody's busy testing the assets and developing projects for when assets hit mainnet. Obviously, we touched on some of them today. Games, the web wallet, the marketplace, the shared nodes, and plus the shared nodes and stuff, which is exciting to see. There's been a lot of buzz and talk around the space recently. Wondering what we're up to and trying to learn more about the project, which is really nice to see. A lot of new faces in the Discord, a lot of old faces coming back around too to see what we're doing. One of the bad things recently is the idle RPG game. I guess that bot died. So I guess the developers are working on that. So that game isn't working, unfortunately.
So it definitely wasn't something on our side then, Sherm.
No, even though I blamed you for breaking it.
Exactly. you
it wasn't you.
You were like a drug addict without the drugs.
Yeah, well, I'm not the only one. I'm not the only one. I was getting a lot of flack from people trying to get me to fix it, but I tried, couldn't fix it. It wasn't us. And then
Raptors gotta get the breeding.
Yeah. And that's the other thing is, be careful of the scammers. Obviously, with BigPiggy going around. If anybody's DMing you, definitely come to the Discord and verify you're actually talking to the right person. There's also people jumping on Reddit for curve airdrops, scam airdrops, and things like that as well. So, don't fall for any of that stuff, and come check with us in the Discord if you see anything sketchy, and let us know.
Maybe, Piggy, if we agree now that when you DM someone, you'll start with a code word, right? And only people watching this stream now will know what that code word is. So
but then the scammers will pick up on it eventually and start using it.
I don't DM people, generally speaking.
But also, I can verify the unique ID in the names. A lot of them will be tricky. You put like a period at the end, or add an extra syllable, so everything kind of looks the same icon, same looking roles.
The most blaringly obvious one is if you've talked to me in DMs before, or to anybody from the team in DMs before, and then suddenly that history is gone.
It's like some new message. Yeah.
Yeah.
No history.
Then it's some asshole.
Okay. Finally, Dirty Miner, what is going on in the world of shitcoins?
We just covered the Caspa shit. For Iron, there's like one more week to vote for the new algo. or if there is going to be an algo change.
And what are the choices?
Stick on this current one. Lol Miner Dev came up with one. Basically like a Blake 3 variant, but it's memory hardened, I guess. So it's just to try to make FPGAs and ASICs more, or if there was any ASICs, less efficient. Just take away some advantages there. Try to keep it with GPUs for now, for the health of the coin.
Well, he knows exactly what he's doing and is one of the very smart people in the space. So I would take anything from him. They're fucking stupid if they don't.
Yeah, there's some rigging going on, I guess. There's like a bunch of votes trying to stick on voting for sticking to this current algo out of nowhere. So, but the team's looking at
people at the FPGAs trying to
Yeah.
elaborate the vote, basically.
Probably. Yeah, that's what it seems like. So they're validating some things, make sure it's not just one person or like two people or whatever. Try to keep it fair. That's about it.
Okay, fantastic. So just going to go quickly over the YouTube comments. We got Remy Gigas, sorry, saying, guys, you forgot to announce CoinX is back. No, we didn't.
I blared that out before it was actually up on their official site.
We've got Foodwiser saying that he's going to get Gigatoshi tomorrow. That'll be good. Delgon is saying sad old wallets do not work. So many problems now. I assume he's in regards to CoinX.
But I mean, that's Delgon. That's not really your problem. It's on the users to fucking change it. They can get the transaction record from the pool. Then it's their bloody problem to mail support and say, hey, could you please credit?
We're talking about people that were mining to an exchange in the first place.
Yeah.
It's a big no.
Well, you shouldn't be mining.
CoinX are fine with it, but I mean, you're kind of asking to lose coins when you do stupid shit like this.
I mean, just because the exchange actually allows it without penalizing you doesn't mean you should be doing it. Miners stop mining to mine to your own wallet. That's it.
Because then you know where your funds are supposed to be going.
Well, that's it, and you
have
it
control.
just simplifies things,
Remy Gigas is saying problem with CoinX is they ban UK users.
They haven't banned UK users. That was a temporary thing for a few. I think it was under 24 hours.
It was just while they sorted out their advertising to UK, wasn't it? Because of the FCA.
Yeah.
He's also saying, Charlie, we're missing shooting videos.
I do hear rumors about some new videos coming soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in progress. It's coming. I'm hoping this week.
Bunny suits, bikinis.
No bunny suit though. No
boom
bunny
boom.
suits.
It's hunting season. Bunny hunting season.
The bunny suit right now, where I am at, and the situation. If I wear the bunny suit here where I am and I go shooting, I'm probably going to get shot myself. So let's just avoid that. I'll go make a video and do some shooting and some talking and have some fun. But probably the bunny suit thing's not going to happen yet. I'm going to do it because I said I was going to do it. That's it. I'm going to do it no matter what. But it needs to be the right time and the right place to avoid myself getting shot. So
we are gonna have exploding targets, though, right?
We are gonna have exploding targets. Whether or not I can hit them, I'm not promising anything. But they will be there.
It
You bet.
says something about the amount of booze involved in Canadian hunting if they can't tell the difference between a moose and a 6-foot-tall bunny. But yeah,
Yeah, it's a scary
Shoot
place.
first, ask questions later.
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Well, I mean, you know, I could be walking to the spot and I'm in my bunny suit and I fall down, you know, the sandbank and all of a sudden I'm not white anymore. I'm brown and I look like a big brown thing with big ears, like a moose, and I get
Hey,
shot.
hey! Wasn't there part of the promise about something about the color of the bunny suit?
I'm not sure.
It was supposed to be pink, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Well,
I
no,
distinctly remember something about pink.
Yeah.
well, it's white and pink. I mean, I have a GIF floating around on.
Oh, it's around.
Discord.
I still have pictures of it. I got screenshots.
It's the same bunny suit. I mean, it's still white and pink. What I'm saying is the danger comes in is if I'm in that bunny suit and I'm in my promised colors and I fall down the sandbank and I become brown, and then all of a sudden I look like a moose and a drunken Canadian hunter says, "Hey, look at that brown thing with big ears, kaboom!" You know,
Yeah,
it's a
can't
real
have
risk
that.
because you got to be careful.
Yeah,
So.
true.
All right, we've got we're going over to the stream party chat now. We've got Homegrown saying Komodo wallet is a good move, makes RTM custody more accessible to less tech savvy folks. CoinX did well, handled things great. Mine and none of my friends' assets were lost.
And they got nice decks in the wallet as well.
Yeah,
The Komodo guys have been amazing. They're a good team.
Yeah.
Good peeps.
Fudweiser's saying my RTM mining yield is going up a little. Anyone else?
Why would you put that
No.
out there?
No
Yeah,
comment.
now it's going to go down now.
Yeah, not for long now,
I
mate.
told them.
Homegrown saying in the bear market, more and more miners stop mining for a plethora of reasons. Anything else? All right. Well, I think CryptoSmith is getting a little twitchy at the moment because we are running a little bit late. So we're going to probably start with the CryptoSmith stream. I am so sorry, CryptoSmith. We'll start with that stream at 25 past the hour. But for now, it's been a great weekly stream. I've enjoyed it. Make sure to stick with us for the CryptoSmith stream. Make sure to follow us at X and at Threads and at Instagram. That's at Raptoreum. Please stick a like on this YouTube video and make sure to follow the channel as well to be kept up to date with any more videos and things that we do put out. We have got Hunter on the case as well, which is doing a lot of shorts for those of you which only catch us in the daytime. So big thanks to Hunter, and big thanks to everyone on this stream right now for coming on once again. And Scherm, we seem to have lost your camera. Did next door's dog get it? But anyway, stick with us. Oh, you're back, are you?
Yeah,
Stick
connection there.
with us for the CryptoSmith stream. We're just going to go into the interlude now, and yeah, back next week for another Raptoreum update stream. Cheers, guys.
Yep, thanks, guys.
Have fun.
Catch you later.
Welcome, welcome, Raptors. CryptoSmith. Welcome, welcome, Raptors.
CryptoSmith, ponme un ritmo y dale fin. Seguro que pega un hit, semana de actualización. Raptoreum está en cadena y yo traigo el micro en on. Tirando fuego, somos rapaces. Solo espera lo que viene.
Wait. It's Binarai.
His name is CryptoSmith, with his tip-top chips. And when he's listening to the song, he's got some hip-hop hips. He does this forged in fire, the Smith don't play by wire. He does this only for the love, so turn up amplifier. And when you're sitting and you're watching the myth of the Smith with the rain in the jiff. Oh, don't slip, Smith, for Smith's the only one who puts swords in fire. Propels the lords up higher, they're reaching higher and higher.
Hey Smith, what you making, man? What you making, Smith? Smith!
Yo, get it to the Smith. Raptoreum. Welcome, Raptors. Get it to the Smith. Welcome, Raptors.
Gonna go kapoof.
Smith.
Gonna go kapoof.
It's muted. Oh, no, he's not.
Hello, CryptoSmith.
He doesn't look very pleased.
Alejandro, if you hadn't said anything, I would have.
Shall we just...
How are you doing?
I don't know,
was.
I've been wearing the same clothes for 3 days. I slept in insulation, and I have a new raccoon friend. I tried some male pattern baldness hormones, and things just haven't been going right, you know?
It's rough.
You don't need a worker there on your workshop?
I might. Are you coming up?
I can go, yes. Just send me the paper so I can go and work on Canada.
How does it look? Looking pretty good, eh?
It looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yes, it's nice. I wish I can have one like that. It's beautiful. I like workshops.
I do apologise, Smith. We run over a little bit, but we had a lot to say, so I'm sorry about that, man.
It's okay.
It doesn't look.
I don't even care.
So, do you want to introduce yourself, Smith?
Hey, my name's Jesse Lambert, also known as CryptoSmith. What are we doing here today? Well, we're in this workshop where we're creating assets, both in the physical and the digital, bringing them together, putting them in your house, on your screens. We're revolutionizing stuff. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Dig it.
Like everything, it's slow going, you know, but once he picks up, man, whoo, doggy, you better jump on that train, you know what I'm saying? It picks up enough steam, you ain't going to be able to catch it. Then what?
So
tears, salty tears.
So what are we doing today, Smith?
You know what we're going to do today? We're going to finish it up. We're going to get it out of the show. We're going to get
your Tonto?
Rid of it. It's the Tonto.
Well,
you taking a little extra long actually worked in my favor because I did change the handle. I took some off here, you guys. It's just better aesthetically. It's all been put together. We do have to repolish the part that I took apart, but that's the Tonto.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, and then today we are going to finish up the tuba. And a lot of times what happens is we have to do things in a hurry here on the stream, and then we got to make up for those things after the stream is over. Undo some things, redo some things, do some things that hadn't been done. And that was the case for this guy, where we had to fill in some of the voids with resin. I'm just putting some powder on that resin to prevent it from sticking. And yeah, so what we're going to do though is we are going to glue this together. We are going to shape it, finish it. It's not going to be a very eventful workshop today. We're not going to be doing a lot of smashing and banging and sparks and fire, but it's going to be pretty cool. So everybody put on the sound of the waves with us. Sit down and we can get this done.
So what kind of wood is that?
So this is the same maple burl as the handle was made out of.
Awesome.
Except this was stabilized, and this we are going to dye in oil. Also, we're going to try and mirror that blue maple burled effect on the Suba itself. But yeah, let's walk down the. Okay, I know audio stinks in these brand new headphones. How we doing?
Sounds right to me.
Sounds all right.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to me.
Sounds all right.
Okay.
Crystal clear.
Okay.
It's because we've got nothing to compare it to, because you haven't put your old ones back on.
Just got to wait for an AMA to swing itself by, and I'll just degrade all my. Well, degrade. This was supposed to be an upgrade.
So give us a little close up on that tonto there. It's teasing me right now. You're waving it around. You're sticking the bench. You're doing it. Yeah, there we go. Oh man.
Yeah.
Killing me.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, that's wicked. Wow.
Yeah, it's really nice.
You know, if you're just coming in from the outside and you're looking at that, you probably would not know just how much work and blood and sweat and tears went into that. I'm gonna make a video of kind of like a recap of that Tonto build and just everything that went into it, the highs, the lows, and everything that went into that build, because that's really an amazing build.
Yeah, awesome. I'm already itching up the ideas for the next big multi. How do you say that? How's the proper way to say that? Like a saga, the next saga.
Yeah.
So as said, I did change this handle a bit. I like it much better. It's got a taper from the how do you say that again?
Habaki.
Waiting for
Habaki. From the Habaki over, it's got a wide to thin taper. And I just like the look of it better. It has a much more streamlined look. I like the things that go out of here to look fast, standing still.
Yeah, well, it's gonna fit me perfectly because I'm fast standing still. I just stand.
Well, that's if you get it, Charlie. I mean, there's.
I hear he thinks it's a done deal.
What?
I say he thinks it's a done deal. Like he's just gonna win.
Right, yeah. He thinks
It's rigged. What can I say? It's rigged.
I don't know.
We're just gonna block everyone from bidding on it or whatever.
I'm just gonna delete all of Discord until it's mine. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we had a server. Oh yeah, let's have the auction somewhere around October 24th, eh?
Yeah, you know there was a security incident. There was a Tonto on the loose. We had to,
shut Discord down. Yeah.
I don't know. What was how long ago was it the first time we talked about the Tonto, Smith? It had to be, what, 2 years ago?
2 years ago. Yeah, almost to the day.
It's been 2 years in the making, that knife.
Almost to the day. because first we were trying to set up a fancy video of it, and then I had to make basically 8 copies, and
Yeah, that's right.
and then oh, what was it? 420, the block 420
Yeah.
is when we did the first tour of the shop, and then the stream was born. And then one of the first things we said was, let's do the Tonto on stream. And that kind of fixed our issues of the videography and all that kind of stuff. She's been on a journey.
So it's actually going to be finished today?
Yeah, we're finishing it. Oh,
Well, this is pretty... This is like an
pretty
iconic stream then, really. This is...
It is.
Yeah.
yeah.
I don't think we should even do Ask a Brit or anything like that.
Yeah, I think we just skip all that today.
Just skip all that today. This is the
Yeah.
Tanto stream.
Yeah, my bag wasn't impressive today anyway.
Oh, wasn't it? No.
Nah, we can save it.
Well, what was it going to be?
So-
because the title of the stream was
Metallurgy.
Metallurgic. Something like
I
that.
was going to do a lock.
Was it metallurgic or metallurgical?
Oh, I can't remember. I just pulled it out of my arse before I went to bed.
It's metallurgical.
Metallurgical, that was it. Yeah.
Metallurgical.
Yeah.
So I made up a little. We're doing metallurgical. It's kind of surgical, a little bit like the stainless steel. You know, it's for real. That's all I got.
Nice.
Very good.
Yeah. Binarai's like, yeah. That, mhm.
I'll add a line to that. You better anneal. There we go.
Yeah. You know, you best anneal that physical steel if it's for real.
Deal.
All right, you can stop cringing now. Binarai.
It's like, you know, when you're a kid and you listen to your dad do things. It's the
You just
same sort of
cringe.
thing, yeah, I suppose.
There's no cringe there. What are you talking about? That was pure awesome.
I thought it was pretty good.
Whoa.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's okay. It's kind of like, oh, look, guys, he's going to rap.
I think you do a better opera voice, actually.
Oh, that was awesome. Yeah, get my picture in for a 42 question trivia. You know what? It's funny about that. So I go in the back, right? I got the power hammer running. My wife comes back with this ice cold water, and she's like, as she comes around the corner, I smash the thing, and stuff just goes boom everywhere. And she does one of these.
The hand on the hip.
She was like, here I was thinking you're hard working in front of the hot forge. I'm gonna bring you some water. And like I guess the best part about it was that she came around and the stuff went everywhere. That included her.
Her, right? Like you said, you're setting her up.
So like I'm like, of course you would come around the door at exactly the moment that I'm shirking my duties, and so I'm like, that's okay, it's all worth it because I got it Binarai in time, and he can use it for the bonus. And I did good. That's all right, mate. He says, we don't need it.
We don't need it this week.
Yeah, well, at least you've done it for tomorrow. You know,
Yeah.
You don't even have to do anything if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Oh man. Is there an easy way for me to get my round done? Can I just ask people to DM me right now?
What, your round?
Well, you gotta find a pinky, right?
Yeah, you got to find pinkies, just little fingers.
Pinkies or toes? Pinkies or feet?
No feet.
DM
We're
me.
done with feet, aren't we?
Oh, we're done with feet? Okay.
Yeah, we're done with feet. It's pinkies now.
Okay. Send me your little toe, your little finger.
And we need the image of their pinky, so the rest of their fingers are just like in like a fist, and then the pinky's the only thing sticking out. That's what we need.
Oh, okay.
All right. So it's not just a hand and then I'm chop the pinky off. We need the rest of the fingers folded over.
The Dr. Evil Pinky.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? Dirty messaged me a while ago asking for a picture of my foot. I thought it was hacked or something, and then I checked him out, and it was a legitimate request. And I sent him a picture of my foot with a dragon eating it, and he never got back to me. He never said anything. I don't know. Did you use that, Dirty? What was the deal?
I never sent it to Binarai.
You actually got Charlie's foot?
Yeah, with the dragon chewing on it.
Oh, come on. Maybe
Come on.
maybe we need to do that for tomorrow. Actually, there's no point because I'm telling you.
Now everybody knows.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I guess
that's
I'll just
on
post it
Dirty.
then.
He never replied to me. He ghosted me big time on that. So.
And also
that's
the fact that Charlie's just said there's a dragon eating it means we can't use it anyway.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I
we'll have to find a purpose for it. We'll have to find a use for it. Maybe we can't use it for trivia, but we'll find a use for it.
But I mean, I have lots of things around here that could eat my foot. You know, I can make a new picture. It's okay.
Maybe we'll just add it to me 6.
I mean, nothing needs to eat your foot, Charlie. It could just be a foot.
Yeah, but that's boring, man. Who wants to just see a foot? Something's got to be chewing on it.
All right. Well, we'll look forward to that then, Charlie.
Dirty. Maybe you ought to just throw. Oh no, wait, because he did say a dragon. Ask everybody to send him a picture with something chewing on it. Grano will be like, finally, an excuse to put peanut butter on my toes.
Did we actually have his foot? We didn't have his foot, did we?
Grano?
I think we had Granel.
I think we
Sure
did.
we did.
Did we?
I have a picture of Smith's foot in my archive, actually.
What?
After he dropped a knife on it.
I asked
I
Smith
believe.
for one. He said
Something
no.
like
What, you
I still
declined,
have that
Smith?
picture.
But Charlie, I thought that was between us, though.
Man, I'm bad.
Exposed.
Sorry.
You're exposed now.
I got loose lips right now. What can I say?
Can't contain himself.
You know, when we talk about feet, man, I just get silly. I can't help it.
Smith, why did you decline a foot pic from Dirty?
Same reason I declined it from you. You remember that? You remember when you asked me for a foot pic?
Did I ask you?
My camera lady right now is giving me the funniest look ever now that I've said foot pic out loud.
Well, I can tell you why, guys, because he only sends foot pics to me. That's it.
That's right.
Right.
Here, I'm wearing, there you go. Okay, well, that's curing up. Trying to juggle stuff right now. I'll get back to shaping this so that we can have a polished handle. Same time.
Well, we could always just rig it and say, ask, what color is the dragon that's eating Charlie's foot?
Yeah, that works too.
So other than that, what's going on in everybody's life?
Well, I had a bit of an emergency earlier. The wife texted me, bring the shop vac to the house 2 times fast.
Oh, yeah.
So
No, I've had those before.
Yeah, when you have 4 boys in the house, when you receive that, you go. So
Yeah, you aren't taking your time on those.
No. I honestly think that's the first time she's texted me, bring the shop back fast to the house.
So what was the actual emergency? What was dropped?
Yeah, what was it?
Well, it was one of the bigger brothers put a mason jar glass somewhere where he shouldn't have. And the little brother took it and thought it would be funny just to throw it on the floor as hard as he could.
Oh, nice. Glass everywhere.
Yeah. there was glass everywhere, powder, glass, and then the bigger one trying to help out, he swept up all the big chunks out of the living room, and then on his way to the kitchen, he wasn't paying attention and he dropped the the pan with all the pieces in it, and it smashed all over the floor again. So it was
It's
great.
spreading it around a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, just spreading the joy. So that was pretty good. But my good thing for me was I went there and I said, okay, here's the shop vac, but I'm in the middle of a very important stream with the Tonto right now, so I got to run. So I brought the
Here's the
shop vac.
Did it do any of the
I got to
cleaning?
run. Sorry. Yeah.
Nice.
We're moving.
Usually, in the finishing stages of things, I would keep it at the bench and do everything by hand. I prefer to do it by hand. I wouldn't say mastered, but I've gotten comfortable on the grinder to the point where I know that it is just as good as the hand work. But there's just something a little bit more romantic, I guess you could say, about doing it at the bench.
The hands are more romantic than the grinder. Yes, they are.
Yeah. There's more feel. I feel more confident too, knowing that it's, a good job, but because it's very easy, you can see how easily it cut and scallops. I can feel that scallop with my hands. That is far less likely to happen at the bench. But if you're careful, good results are easily acquired here at grinder as well.
So Smith, can you give us a recap of the materials, steels especially, that went into that knife, that Tonto?
So what we started with was a concept, and the idea was, and this was mainly born off of a phone call that me and Charlie had, where we started talking about the old ways and the new ways coming together, and simply just the fact that we were talking about blockchain themed forged items. And so I picked up on what Charlie was trying to get across pretty quick. And yeah, it blew my mind. So we started with very old school material, which is very old school design, firstly. And the old school design was one of the oldest we could think of. Even though, here's fun fact time. Fun fact with CryptoSmith. The Japanese were not the first to perfect steel smelting. Does anybody know who perfected steel smelting first?
The
do
Chinese?
Anybody? Nope.
Egyptians?
Nope.
Romans?
Nope.
I'm saying the English.
It's definitely not the English.
Definitely not the English. It was the Africans.
Okay.
The Africans had perfected steel smelting 1,500 years before the Japanese. And this is why the Roman Empire, one of the first places they conquered, was the Africas for their technology.
They're after their steel. Well,
They're
how to make
after,
their steel.
yeah, they were after the nuclear weapon of the day, which was the best steel smelting available. So, go back and do an answer for a question. We have one of the older designs, the oldest design of a really precise, precision built weapon, which is the tanto, the katana, anything that's really Japanese made. They're the ones who literally put a religion around the concept of making weaponry. Even today, the blacksmiths have to bless their forge. They have to have a priest come in. Everything is very ritual, very I don't want to say sanctimonious, but ceremonious. So we started with the design of the older thing, and then we started adding elements of age and new age. So wrought iron, which is a very old, no longer made metal, and this particular wrought iron came from a wagon wheel, probably in the 1800s. And that got laminated onto pattern welded steel, what we commonly call as Damascus. And that is actually a newer process of making steel or laminating steel, whereas the original design came from Jordanian ore and a very in-depth process of smelting down steel and retaining dendritic structures and all that. But this would represents our newer age material. And then we have Makume Gane for the marking.
What is it? What is it?
Marking. And also the Suba. You notice that we have a little bit of a silver line in there from that is purposeful. We drew up that fillet on purpose. I like that fillet. We are going to go in here and clean some of the over spray and some of the flux residue off. And then we have a maple burl that has been stabilized within a stabilizing resin and dyed black. We put that up to the vote for the community, and they chose that. It was Charlie's #1 choice, which why it might stand out, but it was a community vote overall. And then, we put her all together. Brass pin here, and then some of this same maple burl that has not been treated yet has gone into the making of our sheath, our scabbard. And that's it right here. And I like this because we're going to get to see it go from rough to finished, which is really nice.
It's going to be
really
really
nice
fun.
pattern in there once you get the oil in there.
Yeah, and it'll be obscured until then, and I love that. So we can come over here and start trimming it. It is really scared up.
And he CryptoSmith kind of casually mentioned, the is made out of mokum gain, but that's something you don't see very often either. That's an ancient
Right.
technique.
Yeah. It is. And so Makume Gane is another Japanese deal, and it literally means wood eye metal or eye metal. And it's the process of forge welding together non-ferrous metals. So they would do it with a range of different things, but essentially it's non-ferrous Damascus. And you can do that with anything from copper and brass to bronze to gold and platinum. Platinum's a little harder because of different melting points, but it is a very specialized material because it's so hard to make. And even after giving very detailed instructions to somebody on how to recreate this, it wasn't. They called back and they said, "Okay, give me the real instructions. I know you're just trying to keep this for yourself, kind of thing." And I went, "No, like I told you the legit deal to do." And so it's a very difficult and very expensive metal to make. So that just kind of adds to its rarity, and because of that, it's just super cool.
And we have you on stream. I'm showing that process.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you did. You showed us from what I remember, the entire process of cutting the strips on the cutter and stacking them and putting
I remember
them
all
together.
that.
Yeah.
Lord.
Which is pure gold because I've seen a lot of different bladesmithing and blacksmithing streams, and I've never seen anybody do anything like that. In fact, a lot of the stuff that CryptoSmith shows us on this streams is pure gold, man. You guys are not going to see that on other streams, or if you do, it's extremely rare. There's no joke.
Yeah, we were talking about that a bit. A lot of the stuff that, they must have been keeping this kind of stuff pretty close to their chest.
Yeah, get a lot of details and the secrets behind the
Well,
scenes.
I mean, this is the keys to their craft. A lot of this stuff, right? And there's a lot of, the Smiths are they're not willing to share that, but CryptoSmith is sharing this stuff with us. And unless you're kind of in the community and you've been into the the whole craft and the bladesmithing, blacksmithing, you might not realize just what he's sharing with us on basically a weekly basis. And he's sharing with us just absolute gold. I'm going back and I'm rewatching streams just to catch, little things that he's throwing out there and sharing that I've never seen or heard of before. And I've been part of the blacksmith and bladesmith community and online and stuff for over 20 years. And he's throwing out tidbits and bits of information that is just amazing.
Yeah, you're not going to find anywhere else.
Yeah, and he's just sharing it freely, and it goes in line with kind of what Raptoreum's about is open source. We're sharing open code, and he's turning around and he's doing that with something that has been kind of typically closed and not easily available. He's sharing stuff that's not been shared before, at least to the best of my knowledge, and it kind of fits with Raptoreum, and it's awesome. It's a great thing.
Well, I'm not. I don't think I'll be shy about being appreciative that you noticed that because, son, go get my horn. Finally, can toot my trumpet. No, truth is a lot of this stuff, because there is no information out there, and if there is, people aren't telling you. I had to essentially learn all this stuff on my own, and that's fine and dandy and stuff. But forge welding high chromium steel, for example, for over 2 years I struggled on how to do that. And I tried reaching out to people, nothing. I tried going on forums, nothing. YouTube videos, nothing. I tried, speaking to Smiths who've done it, nothing, right? They basically tell me you can join a course, you could pay me to teach you, or whatever, right? And so I said, okay, you know what? I'm going to figure it out on my own. And for over 2 years, I struggled with just forge welding high chromium steels. And when I finally did it, after many, hundreds or thousands of dollars worth of material spent and mistakes made and hair pulled, and I finally got it. And then somebody came along and said, hey, man, how do you forge weld high chromium steel? And I'm like, no. So it does carry some importance with me that it's like, this is something that I work towards pretty hard. But then I'll be honest with you, I had a mind shift at some point. And I think it was when somebody came along and said, oh, so-and-so down the street is doing knives. And I said, you know what? Yes, they're my competition, but honestly, like, where is it that we had respect for our enemy, where even back in the day, they could sit across from their arch enemy, look them in the eye and still shake their hand, go their separate ways and still go to war against each other, right? Like, you look at World War I, I think it's called the Day of Silence or something like that. It was Christmas Day, and they stopped fighting. They came together and they had food together. And to me, that kind of concept, that attitude just blew my mind. And it really spoke to me in that one moment where I had a competition that I had to face, even if within conversation, and say, you know what, all the power to them, right? Like, if they're gonna beat me, I want them to beat me with all the information they absolutely can, so that there's no question in the midst of it. It almost provided, and it required me to do more of a confidence operate within more of a confidence of what I was doing, and therefore learning all the much that more, because now I was pushing myself harder. I was going a little faster. I was spending a little extra time in it, simply because I'm sharing this information with you. We're on a similar playing field, and because of that, I'm going to excel. You know what I mean? So that was the speaking moment for me, and stuff like this, where it's not lost on me that this is information that people don't readily share, and that I am sharing it, and I don't mind doing so because of that fact. Because when we're all on a level playing field, we all benefit. The craft benefits, and it also pushes me to excel a little harder.
Bam. That was awesome. And that is how open source works too, right? I mean, you're starting something that was not, previously done before. You're opening up the field. And the cool thing about that is you share something with somebody, and you accelerate bringing them up to your level on that specific piece of knowledge or that specific technique, and then they carry that, and then they hopefully come back to you at some point and say, hey, look, I learned this, and you're like, oh, wow, that's cool, I didn't know that. You share together, right?
And then the other, share together. That's what I was gonna bring up. That was the unforeseen thing. Was they went, hey, I took what you taught me and I applied it in this fork. Fork. I applied it in this unilateral direction, or this similar parallel that you showed me, but in my own perspective. And then I go, holy, like, I never thought of it like that. Like, you've opened my mind now to a tangent of that in some other way. And so sharing also teaches me.
That comes back.
Yeah. See, this is the melding of ancient and new, and it's very, very cool.
And I want to say too that I feel bad that that the English didn't do the steel refinery first, and that Binarai was so confident of that. We just Scherm shut him down so quickly on that. I just couldn't do that.
I couldn't hear you because the grinder going. What was it?
I said I just want to take a moment to also touch upon the fact that I feel bad for Binarai, that when we were talking about who revolutionized steel smelting first, who was first to it, and he so confidently said the English, and Scherm's like, no, and just shut him down so quickly. We haven't heard from him since. I kind of feel like he might be taking a break.
Yeah, I think Binarai, he went to buy some chips or something. And
Look, you lot have been
take the sorrows away.
You lot have been talking metal work in the dream and fanatical sense, and I've just let you get on with it. You know what I mean? What else can I add to that? Really?
Well, you're English. You should be schooling us in the metalwork right now.
I just want to see this Tanto made.
We should replace Ask a Brit with Pick on a Brit.
Yeah,
Pick on a Brit. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're sorry. We're sorry, Binarai.
It's all right. I mean,
he's not even a Brit anymore. He's Canadian. Remember?
I'm hovering.
Right.
I'm hovering over the stop streaming button right now.
Whoa.
Binarai is not Canadian till he spent at least a few days at my place.
Oh, well.
Oh, you got to school him a little bit on the Canadian ways.
It's got to happen.
Honorary. we should all meet up in Toronto for the next date.
Oh no,
You know,
it's gonna be a little farther north than that. You guys gonna come up to my place? I got room. I got the land for it.
I don't think I don't want to go to Toronto. I've been there.
I'll set up the igloos. I'll set up the, no problem.
Nice.
Little ice house.
Oh yeah, you bet.
I watched an English football match in Toronto. In some sports bar.
You mean soccer?
No, I mean football.
We all know it's soccer.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't really like Toronto. It's alright. It's great. Charlie mentioned before about another city that's worth visiting. What's that, Charlie? I think Charlie's gone again.
It was HVAC times 3 this time.
So guys,
did we lose Charlie?
Yeah, it looks like we've lost Charlie. He's probably got another shop vac incident going on or something. I don't know. Guys, we do have, and we cannot forget about we got SmithJr and Smithette. SmithJr is helping out in the shop, and Smithette is currently doing the camera work. If you wish to support the kids who are very into Raptoreum, then their vanity addresses are pinned in the stream party chat. They are also in the description of this stream as well. They do appreciate every single RTM, and also helps them in their blockchain future.
And as usual, I will match any donations. Just hit me up with a DM. Let me know the transaction, and I'll match it every donation.
Of course, again, which should be traditionally followed by that all the time, is just the gratitude and how much we appreciate it as a family, and my kids do individually.
Yeah, so guys, what you need to do is contact one of Smith's kids, then send the kid like 1 million RTM, and then tell the kid to send it back, and then get that transaction, hit the transaction, and then send that to Charlie.
Do you really think I'm not going to check that transaction?
Well, the transaction will be good.
Well, yeah, but I'll be able to see that the transaction went out and went back out.
Oh, we'll just wait after you send it, and then they'll send it after back.
The blockchain doesn't lie.
Yeah, send it back on a different address, SmithJr.
But that's a fantastic idea, Ban, right? Thank you for putting that out there.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie, we missed you just. We were talking about Canadian cities. What's that other city you said I should visit? I don't really want to go back to Toronto, but there's another one, isn't there?
Well, I'm going to save you a lot of time and looking, and I'm just going to tell you, don't go to a city.
All right, well,
I'm already there with you. I am not a city person.
The best parts of, well, I think pretty much any place is probably not realized in a city, right?
all right, well, yeah, I mean, if I want to go and pick up a box of poutine by your house, where do I go?
By my house.
Yeah.
You don't go anywhere because there's nothing near to my house. You stay at my house and I cook you a poutine.
Stay at my house and you're not going anywhere, Binarai.
That's right.
Cheese.
You can stay inside, or you can go outside with this bunny suit.
Yeah.
How
So
long you last?
Well, as long as we got beer,
I mean-
Charlie, I suppose. Beer
What's
and
that?
bunny suits, that'll do.
that'll do, man. Like I said, if you want to experience the finest parts of it, don't go to the city. Come out to the bush. That's the funnest parts.
Yeah, get the real experience.
That's it.
I'll make my own fucking poutine then.
You good? I'd be happy to supply your moose meat. Or should you be willing, we can walk down the road from my house and we can go get a rabbit or a grouse and you can make your poutine from that. After you gut it,
I've caught a rabbit
bleed it.
before.
Yeah?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
all of that.
Done all of that before, yeah.
What did you do with that rabbit?
I ate it.
Yeah, but that's good to hear. A proper savage.
Actually, do you know what? Caught with a crossbow. That's how I caught my rabbit.
You shot it with a crossbow?
With a crossbow, yeah.
That's actually pretty impressive. Good job.
Yeah, cheers, man.
Good job.
Well, this is looking more like what's
Man,
the name for it? It's looking more and more like the sleeve or the what's it called?
The sheath.
The sheath.
Or is there another name for it in Japanese culture? There is. There has to be. It has to be something, right?
Look at that.
Wow, that come down fast. That come down fast.
It's called a saya.
Saya, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I was going to say that 2 seconds away from saying it.
A saya.
Yeah, yeah, that's the sleeve. Saya.
I did.
I get nervous every time I see the grinder right now. Not gonna lie.
Don't worry, it's okay.
What's
okay.
what's the difference between a tanto and an akuchi?
Difference what?
Difference between a tanto and akuchi.
Hey, listen, it's a family show, man.
No, not that coochie.
I was about to say.
I know.
You need to be asking me that question.
I know, right?
I mean, if you got to ask the question, Paul, I'm kind of wondering.
No, it's a real thing, honestly. It's a real thing. AIKUCHI.
I've never heard of it before. I don't know. No idea.
It's a different type of katana.
Who's asking this question?
Me, Paul Mills, Binarai. Yes.
Well, where
Doing some
did you,
research over there.
What's the difference
Are
between
you-
a
are you
tanto and a coochie?
are you Google-fooing like Tonto right now? Where do you come up with coochie from?
No, not coochie. It's a coochie. Hey, coochie! Like that.
Well, I mean,
Hey,
same thing.
Coochie. Right.
Where did you find a coochie? Where'd you find?
Give me a second. I'll send you the text that I've got here.
I think maybe you got some malware.
I think
going
it's
on
something
there.
similar. You
Okay,
should know.
yeah,
Come
yeah.
on, you're a knife
Yeah.
guy. You should know what a coochie is.
It's got nothing to do with knives, man.
Yeah, I've sent it to VIP. You can check it out in there.
All right.
Well, it's something we should make, definitely. What are you making? A coochie?
That's the next Sega. I don't know. I don't think all the 6-year-olds in the room would keep their giggles under control.
H&S, I see it. Thank you, man. Much appreciated. I will do that.
Piggy seems to know. There you go, Charlie.
What? Piggy's still awake. What is he doing? Okay, where's... I'm still looking for it. Where's the... where did you post it?
It's in VIP. VIP.
VIP. I'm not in any VIP channels, man. What are you talking about?
The VOCs.
You know what I'm talking about, Charlie. Just have a look.
Ah, okay, that VIP. Let me check there. And he didn't say anything. All he talked about is shape and length. I mean, again, we're back to coochie. I don't know. I got nothing to say.
I think you got some Googling to do, Charlie.
I'm not Googling. You Google. Show me the coochie. Let's go.
All right. I'll show you the coochie. Unless someone else wants to show a coochie, I'll show you how to spell it, guys. I'll send it to the stream party chat.
I think y'all are infected with some new type of malwares.
See,
Maybe it's a little longer.
These nice guys, they don't even know what a coochie is. What's going on?
Oh, so there's no guard.
Yeah, so length, really. Length. And I'll show you what a coochie looks like. Right, Charlie, I'm sending it to the stream party chat. This is a coochie. But there's no guard on a coochie as either.
Like, oh, I think some of that. Yeah, after all, you're actually in the service.
So I mean, it's not its own knife. It's just a different way of making a tanto.
Yeah, it's a type of tanto.
It's a tanto with no guard.
Yeah, tanto, no guard, and a shorter knife, shorter blade. A coochie. See, an Englishman has taught you something today.
Well, no, you know, if you would have told me a tanto with no guard, I would have known what you were talking about. Instead, you come up with some crazy name of coochie and
well, that's what it's
branded
called.
as a new knife. So you could have just said it was a tanto with no guard. But yeah, man, it's good. I did learn something new. I never heard about that particular name before. So yeah, no, that's interesting. I never heard of it. CryptoSmith, you ever heard about that before?
Have it.
No, that's a new one for me. Never. So Binarai,
Yeah.
that knife that you posted
Yeah.
has a line, kind of a squiggly line running between the edge and the rest of the blade.
Yeah.
Do you see it?
Yep.
The little gray line there?
Mm-hmm.
What's that called?
Yeah.
How did they do that?
It's the layering of the steel, isn't it?
Nope.
Did they put a slug on it and he went for a little journey from one side to the other?
Oh, I see how it goes. You get the wrong one and then you just kibosh it all, hey?
Yeah, no, it wasn't a slug. It wasn't a slug. Keep going though.
Okay.
Since you taught me something about this knife, I'm going to teach you something. So, tell me what that line. What was it? What is it? How is it done?
I mean, is it to do with different metals?
No, not so much. It's to do with heat treating.
Metallurgical properties.
Metallurgical properties, which is the stream.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So actually, you posted a perfect picture for the stream topic.
So how do you
So you simply go to your bed.
how do you heat one part of the blade and not the rest of it? If it's all one
You
piece.
tell me. You tell me. I'm asking. It's not a slug, I'll tell you that, because you put a slug on a hot blade, it's not going to be pretty.
I mean, haven't we seen this in the CryptoSmith streams?
We have.
They're just treating the just the edge.
Yeah.
I thought so.
CryptoSmith has shown us this technique.
I don't know. I don't know.
Don't know.
I don't know. Teach me.
I'm going to give you a hint. I'm going to give you a hint right now.
Okay.
The Ramones. Ramones.
What, the band?
The what?
The band. I know the Ramones, the band.
The Romans.
Oh, the Romans.
Yes.
No.
Right?
Okay, I'm going to be more specific. It rhymes with the Ramon.
I don't know.
Who's going to tell me? Somebody in the Discord or the YouTube, tell me how it's done. What rhymes with the Ramon?
Mobile phone.
Mobile phone.
Hardbone.
Capone.
It rhymes with the Ramon.
So lose thyself is saying Capone.
Al Capone.
The Capone definitely didn't make that line. Unless the slug was named Capone, which you never know. Nope, definitely not the Capone.
$500 RTM on the line. Whoever gets it first.
I'll double that. I'll put another 500. Let's go, guys.
Oh, it's on now. 1,000 RTM. HNS asking what's the question again?
No, now people are interested.
Yeah.
Check out Paul's picture of the what was that knife called again?
The Akuchi.
The Kuchi. The Kuchi knife that is a Tonto without a guard, and somebody decided to make its own name I guess probably to sell more. And how did the line get on the blade between the edge and the spine? Yeah. So how did they get that line there? What is it? How to get there?
I'm in.
Nobody? CryptoSmith has actually shown us this on stream. He's done it, the technique, and he displayed it, named it. It's there. And it rhymes with Ramon.
Ramon.
I don't want to say too much more than that. I just want to keep piling on RTM until somebody actually answers.
Somebody gets it.
Let's go.
It is a result of metallurgical properties.
There it is. It's very clear. Look at that. So since we're talking about metallurgical properties, CryptoSmith, you want to tell us a little bit more about the Ramon properties, how it works?
Yeah. The Ramon properties. So essentially, carbon goes into solution whenever it is hot. And, well, hot past what's called critical, or the Curie, like as in Marie Curie, past that point, which is known in the knife world as critical. And all that means is the carbon within the blade, the carbon that makes steel, knife steel, it goes into solution. It starts swimming around, and it comes out of cuboid structure. So steel has structures that are a cube when they're soft, and then they can bend because the planes can slip past one another. And that's because the carbon atoms are arranged very specifically. Whenever it goes into heat, those carbon atoms lose their covalent bond, and they start swimming around. They start visiting other elements within that alloy itself, and they will attach themselves to said elements. And when you freeze those in place, otherwise known as quenching, it creates a jagged boundary between the atoms themselves, called carbides. And carbides always have a very puzzle-like structure to them. And now their slip plane is less. They no longer have a slip plane. They're now grabbing onto each other very rigidly. And so what that does is it creates a metal that once could be bent by hand, now something that is more likely to shatter. I do have an old file here. I don't mind.
He's gonna break some. Let's go.
Okay, so Dirty posted in the chat, in swordsmithing, a hamon is a visual effect created on the blade by the hardening process.
It is, yeah. It is.
Yep.
But it's not made by a slug.
Well, yeah. Yeah, H&S got it right as well.
How do you know if it's right?
Well, I don't know. It sounds like Ramon. It's a hamon.
Well,
Hamon.
nobody said it was right.
That was the question, wasn't it?
That is correct.
Right?
Yes.
Is it right?
Yeah, he is right. I'm just messing with him.
So was that
That
then
is
Dirty
correct.
gets it, or H&S gets it, or what? Or are you going to share it?
Whoever got it first. Who got it first?
Dirty.
I wrote the word first, and then I did that line.
Oh, instead of breaking something, I'll just show you something that already has broken. So yeah, what happens is you shield part of the metal from cooling down by using typically clay. And the clay acts as an insulator. And then you expose the edge in a very pattern-like format. And so you get a hardening effect. You get the carbon freezing in place, but then the rest of it is allowed to slowly form back into its cuboid structure. Now, the thing about cuboid structure is because it has a low hardness, it will not take a mirror shine very well. So what happens is you get part that will take a shine and part that will not take a shine. But anyways, this is what happens when blade structures, I smashed this to bits and pieces on purpose. It made me quite angry, actually. So I took a hammer to it. And I thought it'd be cool to weld it all back together. Anyways.
So this is what happens when you make CryptoSmith angry. Don't do it.
Makes puzzles out of knives.
Yeah. But you can see here just its shattered structure.
Yeah, but I mean, but why? Like the structure looks good, right? Like the
So in this case, those carbon atoms. Okay, so when those carbon atoms get frozen in that finger-like dendritic structure like that, it actually creates lots of stress because they want to go back to where they belong. So because of that, it's fragile like glass and shatters quite a bit. You guys can't hear the noise of this, so this sounds exactly like glass. And so because of that stress, so this is actually why they do homones. Primarily is for the structure of the steel. Secondary is the aesthetics. So because it's fragile like glass, you have to soften it back to a state in which it is regain some of its toughness. But in the process, you lose that hardness. So it's a balancing act with your heat treat and with your tempering. So what they do by doing a homone is they have both a soft steel in the back to create that shock absorption property whilst keeping a harder steel up front that is able to keep and retain its edge. And this is why the katana has been such a successful weapon in the past, cutting many times other swords in half and retaining their edge completely. Because whilst if that katana had been fully hardened with no homone, it would shatter on contact. But with a homone and with its only its edge being hard, that's able to withstand within that very dendritic structure of the lattice of the overlapping dendrites within that softer steel. It's able to actually take more of a shock, which is crazy. And actually, one of the tests to get into to become a master smith for the American Bladesmith Society is you have to take a fully hardened blade. And by fully hardened, I just mean it's gone through its heat treat cycles. However you plan on doing that, a homone or a differential treat or a blue spining or whatever, doesn't matter. But all that matters is it's gone through its heat treat process. It needs to shave hair, cut through a 1-inch rope, cut through a 2x4, put it in a vise, bend it 90 degrees.
Wow.
Put it back straight, and then go through all the tests again. Shaving hair, cutting through a rope, chopping through a 2x4.
And that's a very intense test. There's only 2 master bladesmiths in Canada right now. Only 2.
Yeah, so yeah, it's quite the thing to go through. But they could only achieve that with a homone or a differential heat treatment. Because that, even though that hardness by itself would shatter, coupled together, and this is a phenomenon of differential heat treated steel. This is a phenomenon of metallurgical properties. It really is mind blowing to me. Is that same hardness of steel that would shatter on its own, when coupled within the same body with a softer or slowly or within the same body, a portion of the blade that has gone through a slower heat treatment, it's able to withstand 100 times of what it could ever withstand on its own. It really, I think it's one of the coolest things in the world. The fact that you can now bend this knife 90 degrees simply because you've put some clay on it before heat treatment. It's really neat.
Metallurgical.
And my son is trying to show this off, but we'll just throw that away.
Oh no! What'd you throw away? Where did it land? All right, there we go.
Hair shaven.
Look at that.
Okay, back to this guy. We will do some treatment to the square this up. All we're looking for is parallel and even all the way around. Looks like I nailed it by accident, so we should probably leave it alone. But knowing me, why leave good enough alone? I need more space to get because we're gonna put some of that blue burl in the mirror.
Nice.
Even the moon. We'll you get some of the blue burl. Looking for these. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. This isn't maple, but I like it. Yeah, all right. Alrighty.
Aliacard is saying, CryptoSmith, do you consider yourself a perfectionist?
I think if I were to say yes, that would actually exclude me from the perfectionist list. Perfectionist, nothing is ever good enough. This means I have self.
I mean, I think most, many of the top craftsmen, the good craftsmen probably are perfectionists, but they've learned to temper it because you cannot be too much of a perfectionist, or you're not really going anywhere, right? You need to
never
temper
get anything done.
This is true. And you guys need to get out of my inbox, okay?
Yep.
Yeah, that is true.
Myself, I am a perfectionist for doing many different things, and I've had to learn to temper that.
H&S is asking, CryptoSmith, can you do anything with skulls? Asking for a friend.
Skulls?
Skulls.
Like make skulls or mess with people's skulls?
It's a very broad question. I mean,
skull design, not a full skulls. What you saying, H&S? You want to chop up a skull and make something else out of it?
No, I think he's talking about fake human skulls.
I mean, you could
Like
grind
metal
up
skulls.
a skull and turn it into like a handle material, stabilize it, right? You could do many different things with a skull.
Yeah.
Oh,
Owning-
artwork
owning-
is saying artwork.
Owning any kind of human remains is illegal. Don't ask me how I know
Why is it legal?
Yeah, it's very, very illegal.
I mean,
Uh,
if it's not in use anymore, you should be able to use it, no?
Yeah, right.
He's saying
No, you can't.
he's saying skull rings, not real ones.
Oh, that way, yeah.
Metal skull ring.
I'm trying to word this. How do I word this?
What's a skull ring? I don't know.
Is it a ring,
It's just
a ring with a skull on it?
Yeah. It's just a ring with a skull on it. No. That's all. That's how I'll word it. Just a good old.
Not his thing.
Not my thing. Not my thing.
There we go. H&S. No. So where are we at? What are we doing now?
We're just putting this spacer in to match the blue.
Yeah.
And then I think we'll just dye it black. Here's the thing, though. I know because this is a stabilized black, it's going to stabilize much different than a dye is going to look on here. And this is what we're going to end up using a stain on here.
Yeah.
So all we're going to do here is we're going to trace out the shape of this baki, and we're going to get it installed on here. And yeah, are you asking to keep us up to date, or are you asking because we're running out of time?
No, I'm just asking where we're at, really.
There is no time. It's the Tonto.
It's the Tonto stream, but I mean, we would normally be out of time, but we did start late, so we're not out of time.
Oh, did you start late? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, we were 25 minutes late. Sorry about that.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
No,
It was just 10 more minutes a couple times. You know, we learned from you.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh man, so much metal talk.
You had to go put on some AC/DC or what?
No, but I didn't want to rain on the Tonto's parade, but I got some news. My paper got published.
Oh yeah.
Paper.
Yeah.
Which paper would that be?
My paper on cryogenic MOSFETs.
Oh.
What the hell is a cryogenic MOSFET?
Yeah,
So it's a silicon metal oxide semiconductor field effect transistor, but at very low temperatures.
You understand all those big words on purpose, man.
Yeah. So, I mean, how can we put this into the Tonto?
Oh, it's just about metals.
I'm
It's just
asking
talking
for
about
a
metals.
Yeah. Okay. So, first of all, congratulations. That's a pretty big thing.
That's awesome.
Well, it depends. Where did it get published?
It got
The Martha
published.
Stewart or some, like a big thing? Or?
No, it got published on the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers.
Wow, good job, man!
Nice.
Congratulations.
Congrats.
Sorry, Smith, to interrupt you. Continue.
Oh no, I have no idea what I was going to say.
So,
yeah.
yeah, no, I'm just. How can we put it in the Tonto? Dirty, you there?
What sort of
Yeah.
application is the MOSFET for?
Yeah, what does it do?
It's for like quantum computers.
So we need to get a quantum computer Tanto going, yeah?
Yeah.
Or you're trying to figure out. You're publishing papers on how you can quantum compute RTM. Is that what you're doing?
No, it was just something I started doing last fall.
Can we make it hash?
Oh, I'm trying to.
Oh, cool. Well, there we go. Now we'll get some integration.
No, it's pretty cool, man. That's not a small thing to get published like that. So, joking around, but good job, man. Really
Yeah, thanks.
cool.
So how are you known in the electronics space? Dr. Antonez or something like that?
Well, we know how he's known. It's dirty.
No. I have no PhD. I just have a Bachelor of Science in Economics.
Just
Yeah, just.
that.
Yeah.
Fudwise is saying access to this document requires membership and an IQ over 69.
Well, I don't know. It's pretty cool, man. Myself, I never went too far with educational stuff. I went to the work in the oil field and move out of my house at 15. I never even completed high school. So it's pretty cool that you would just
That's not you, is it, Dirty?
go do that.
In the
Very
chat?
No, that is not me.
My grandfather had a grade 7 education, and I watched him once sit there quietly while a university educated young man attempted to embarrass him, essentially, much like many wet behind the ear, cocky young men typically do, try to outdo the generation in front of them, which I think is actually a very important part of any civilization. But saying that, I watched him read out his page 19 of his textbook, which he memorized by heart. My grandfather sat there and very quietly listened to him. And then finally, when he had enough of his attitude, my grade 7 educated grandfather proceeded to school him in a fashion that was both epic, and I felt sorry for that young man at the end of it. By the time we got halfway through, I was pushing him out the door, going, "Man, just go, just go, okay, just go." My grandfather was probably one of the smartest men I knew, and he could sit with the greatest of intellects and speak out of years of wisdom. And I don't think the education system does hold as much weight as maybe it used to. I think, but at the same time, because of the amount of education that we've injected into our society, it's very hard not to be educated just by being alive. In fact, it's gone too far the other way, to the point where we believe our education, without it, we're nothing. And that we've lost all of our life experience because of it. We think it's the be all end all, rather than just filling in the gaps.
Well, books have tried to replace real life experience, right? They're pushing that very hard, where what they teach and what the book says trumps real life experience, and it's not really the case. It doesn't quite work like that.
Well, it's a little tinfoily, but the schools are essentially just systems to make obedient soldiers.
Well,
And
obedient
I do.
soldiers and push us. I'm going to go even more tinfoil and say push certain agendas. So, yeah,
Oh,
I agree.
100%.
Oh, thank God Piggy
100%.
isn't here.
Yeah.
But they're not exactly hiding that fact. Like, they've published books on this, on how to structure a classroom to have essentially little obedient soldiers.
Yep. And everybody pushes everybody to just follow that agenda. Like I said, I was out of high school and I moved out of my house at age 15. I was working in the oil field, supporting myself, living on my own at 15.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe it wasn't the greatest thing as far as the school agenda goes, but overall, it was a good thing to be out that early and just getting life experience and working. A 15-year-old working out in the oil field with a bunch of guys that the oil field is not like it's not a cushy place. If you don't pull your weight, you're put in your place pretty fast. So it's a long ways from where 15-year-olds are today, just as an example.
If you're watching this video, CryptoSmith kids, Charlie's not saying you shouldn't go to school.
No, that's not what I'm saying at all. Not what I'm saying.
Just keep going.
I'm not telling my kids to drop out and go work the oil field.
No.
Just saying it was a different time back then,
Yeah, for sure.
Different way to do stuff, and I think the agenda pushed by the school now is just a little bit extreme in the opposite direction of what it should be. But I mean, obviously I'm pushing my kids to go through and complete high school, unlike me, who I never completed high school. I went up until grade 10, and I went to work in the oil field, and I kind of went from there.
Yeah, here in my part of the country, isn't it?
Yep, you betcha. That was in your part of the country.
I mean, my part of the country now, but I could say our part of the country.
I was running a crew on the pipeline at age 18. I was running a 5-man crew, and I went from there to the rigs, drilling oil wells and later water wells. And I didn't really miss out from the whole missing the high school thing. I always made do. I worked hard, and I educated myself just by working hard and getting the real life experience and just going for it. And I always just I put myself in good situations, and I never needed that education. I ended up, fun fact, I worked at a Smitty's in Hinton, Alberta. I was in between jobs. I was transitioning from Brooks, Alberta, where I had worked oil rigs and the pipeline, and I had to move, and I moved to Hinton, Alberta, and the only thing I could find was a dishwashing job, and I never had a dishwashing job before in my life. I was, I don't know, was 19, 20 years old at the time. And so I got a job at the Smitty's washing dishes, and I don't know if anybody here's had a dishwashing job before and just what it's like, but I had the dishes being shoved on me, shoved on me, shoved on me, and as fast as you could go. And I have waitresses coming in telling me, hurry up and blah, 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 what are you doing? And this is a guy coming from working, pipeline and oil rigs, and you're yelling at me for not washing the dishes fast enough and, blah, blah, blah. And finally, I got the owner coming in saying, what the hell you doing, you useless piece of bleep, 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 bleep. And, well, that didn't go very well. I punched him out and I walked out of the restaurant with him laying on the ground doing the bacon. Yeah, I don't really know where that story was going. Just sharing a little bit of life experience there about
Just a good story.
just a good story,
So,
How did you transition to the networking in that aspect?
So don't ask Charlie to wash the dishes.
Yeah, don't ask me to wash the dishes. The funny thing is I went from there to working in a slaughterhouse in Brooks, Alberta, the biggest slaughterhouse in the world, and yeah, that didn't really work very well for me either. And let's just say another supervisor hit the ground, and I left there because he threw his hard hat at me, and that didn't work out well. And yeah, I went back to BC after that, and I was living with my girlfriend there. And anyways, I had not touched a computer up until that point. I was 21, 22, somewhere around there. I'd never turned a computer on. I didn't even know the internet existed. And one of my girlfriend's friends decided to give us a computer, and I turned it on. It was an old Pentium 3 copper mine. And I turned it on and I started looking into how it worked, and I'm like, well, it's kind of slow. And then I looked into overclocking. I figured out overclocking, how we could overclock that thing. And I got into that, and then from there, I got into a little bit of gaming, and from gaming, I wanted to learn how to run the server, the gaming server that everybody run on. It wasn't just enough for me to play the game. I needed to learn how to run the server that everybody was on, and make the game. So yeah, I started playing Battlefield 1942 back at that time, which obviously we run a server now for in the Raptoreum Discord. And I started playing the game. That was my first online game, and I thought it was the craziest thing ever that I was running around with all these people. And then I'm like, well, how does this work? How can all these people be running around together? Like, what connects us all? So I started looking into that, and then I figured out, I was like, wow, I can actually make a server and connect people, and kind of give them an experience. I can not just make it where everybody can play together. I can actually change the experience, and I can give different experience. So from there, yeah, that's when I really started to get hard into the whole server administration thing, and from there I hopped into running different game servers. I worked for different game server companies, and got hard into the server administration and network administration, and security has always been something that really interested me, like how you can break into a network. How can I break into your computer, or how can somebody break into my computer? So I started researching that, and next thing I know, I'm kind of sending reports into companies on how I could exploit their. Oh,
I just noticed Smith dropped something.
yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling. I'm just filling time right now. Interrupt me if needed.
No, keep rambling. I don't know why the camera would follow me down there.
So anyways, I kind of got into the whole gray hat, black hat, but I was kind of drawn to the black hat way of things, but not in a malicious way. I just wanted to, I thought it was
how it
kind
was
of
done.
fun
Yeah.
to break into stuff, but I didn't really want to do any damage. So I ended up getting a bit of a reputation as somebody in the hosting industry to call in, to evaluate and to punch holes in your system. And I did that for quite a few years, eventually running my own hosting company. And then I did that for some years, and eventually I got rid of that, and I got into blockchain mining Ethereum back when it was only $50 a pop. I thought that was really, really cool. And then after that, I kind of transitioned over to blockchain. But yeah, I didn't
Foodwise
plan
is
on telling
saying.
the whole life story, but yeah, good.
Foodwise is saying,
nice.
Charlie's career advice: work at slaughterhouse, prerequisite for network admin.
Yeah, that's about it. Quite the jump, like to go from pipeline as a rigger, like like a hardcore oil guy rigging to blockchain. It's a big jump.
Well, the funny thing is, Charlie. Funny thing is, I mean, Piggy's worked in the slaughterhouse and meat processing.
You've worked in a
plant.
slaughterhouse too.
I was a butcher, and you worked in a slaughterhouse as well. So yeah.
Actually, I worked in more than one. I worked in 2 different slaughterhouses.
Oh, did you?
So apparently I don't know. It
Seems
seems to
well
be a
versed
thing,
in
eh?
meat.
Slaughterhouse and meat to blockchain.
Yeah.
There must be something there.
Must be. So, Scherm, how has your life been with the meat industry?
I'm very good at eating meat.
Oh,
Enjoy a good steak, burger. We had a menagerie of meat the other day for my niece's birthday, so I ate a lot of meat yesterday. But I've never worked in a slaughterhouse or anything.
I did put a question into the Discord the other day. When 2 vegans have an argument, is that still called a beef?
I just seen that yesterday.
It's called a tofu.
A tofu? Is it actually called a tofu?
No.
I'm just making shit up.
Because a few people said that.
Yeah, I thought that was the answer.
Yeah, Homegrown and I said that.
Still called a beef. I think we could call it. Trying to think of something witty. Kind of like it looks like an argument.
But yeah.
It looks like an argument and it sounds like an argument, but really there's nothing to it or something. I don't know.
Salute Thyself is saying that's what Neo says in the vegan edition version of the Matrix. I know tofu.
Tofu.
Okay, rushing this a little bit so this should pop off and we can be starting all back from the beginning.
That's pretty good.
I just want to reiterate how I would typically do this is put these together with the proper wood glue, wait 2 hours, sand it all down, put this guy on with the proper wood glue, clamp it, wait 2 hours.
What did you use? Super glue?
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong, this is an engineered CA glue. See, when you use it this much, you don't use it, call it super glue, you call it CA glue. But yeah, it's just a fancy term for super glue. Super glue is a brand name.
It's actually a gloss finish you've got there. Usually super glue is like it goes matty sort of finish, the cheaper super glue.
Yeah.
Well, it's high performance, high end super glue. Like you're running the mill super glue.
Yeah, so we've known each other long enough that I can probably finally tell you. I got a thing for glues. Seriously. No, not like an unhealthy thing, but
How many different types of glue do you have?
If you were to tell me tomorrow, hey, Smith, I found like the world's best glue. I'm telling you, man, I would be beside myself until I got that glue in my hand. I would move heaven and earth to get that glue. The best glue ever. I'm a gluophile. I'm a glue
aficionado.
I don't know. Yeah, aficionado.
You got a gluten issue.
Yeah. So what if I told you I knew of a all-natural glue that's been used since the beginning of
we'd lost
glue.
Smith. We've lost it. Oh, it's back.
Yeah.
It's been used as a chewing gum by Otzi. It's been outperforms even a lot of the newer modern glues, especially when it comes to cold performance at, let's say, minus 20 degrees Celsius.
Let me guess, it's a fish glue.
No fish glue. I
Because
will
there's
tell you. It's not a horny glue. No horny glue. I don't do horny glue. But it has a very strong phenol smoky smell.
Birch tar?
It's a what?
A birch tar?
A birch tar. You got it.
Oh, no way.
It's one of the best performing glues in cold temperatures, natural glues of all time.
I know they used to use it for attaching arrowheads and spear tips and that kind of stuff way back in the day.
Yeah, you bet. But it's still used today, especially by not especially by, but I'm trying to apply it to especially to the knife industry with the puko.
Oh yeah.
Used especially in the stacked birch handles.
Yep.
The traditional makers would make a stacked birch bark handle and then soak it in the birch tar oil for 2 to 3 months to infuse it and then dry it out. And it would make apparently it would make the handle much tougher, very, very, very hard to damage. But I haven't tried that yet. I've experimented with the stacked birch handle, but I haven't soaked it yet in the birch tar oil. But the glue itself I have experimented with, and it far outperforms like pine tar as a glue in cold temperature. So you wanted to know about glue? That's my glue.
Yeah, no, I know. So back in the day, back in the day, Sonny, like 10 years ago, I found out that if you boil deer antlers, and rather than, because I was drilling a hole out, and then I was filling it full of epoxy, and then filling the hole, shoving the tang in and making sure there's lots of squeeze out of epoxy, and it held really well. But the antler itself would dry out, and then that would loosen its bond with the epoxy itself. So I found out from an old native that if you boil that antler for like 12 hours, you soften the pith, the soft core, and then you take that same knife with the sharp tang and you shove it in there. It ain't ever coming out, ever.
So that's like a native version of the burn through.
Yeah. But the adhesive natures of that boiled antler was insane.
That's crazy too for the birch. I mean, to get the birch, well, there's different versions. There's the birch tar oil, which you get from processing like a whole bunch of birch bark and boiling it down in like a no oxygen environment. And then the oil comes out, and then it's a mix of a whole bunch of phenols and wood alcohol, but then you can take that and you can put it on heat and you can refine it down, and it actually becomes a very, very strong and very resilient glue, especially if you put some type of fiber in it. And traditionally, the glue that they used the most in North America was pine, because it was more easy access and more easier to get than the birch, like the birch tar. But the pine doesn't perform well in extreme temperatures. Like its optimal range is like 10-12 degrees Celsius, where the birch will go anywhere from -20 to 20 degrees before it starts to soften up. But it's not talked about a lot because it was harder to produce and harder to refine, and because the areas where you could get enough birch bark to make it was a lot less. Like to make, let's say, a shot glass full of birch tar, like refined birch tar, you're talking about probably 10 pounds worth of birch bark to refine it down.
That's a lot of bark.
So, I mean, it's a lot more work to refine it down, and but at the same time, the payoff is more, right?
Mhm.
Especially for, that's why they find in the cold temperatures it was used more, because it was more resilient, it was more flexible. The pine tar started to get brittle and lose its adhesive properties at like -5, -6 degrees. And the
It happens a lot up there.
the birch tar, it was it was more around -20 where it started to really to lose or started to get brittle. So
Stuff you sent me, it's already gone on twice. And my wife didn't like the smell at first, and now it's even grown on her.
the smell of what?
The birch tar.
Yeah. It's a very strong fennel smell, but a large part of that fennel smell is the well, the fennel. It evaporates off, and after the phenols evaporate off, you're left with really a much nicer smell. But
Oh, I love the smell. I wish it would stick around forever.
I'm sitting right next to a drawer full of salmon skin or salmon leather that I tanned with that stuff. So it still smells even like years later, but delicately, you know.
Yes. Okay. Now we go fit the tanto. Oh, the tanto.
Oh,
Coochie.
Oh, go do.
no coochie. Ando.
So right here it's catching. And here it is not, so we'll just go adjust that.
Man, my knife is looking good.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, and then we can go in here and give it a good proper sand. Let's take it to 100 will do.
Paul, you're very quiet. What are you doing?
I'm mesmerized by this tanto.
Are you?
Yeah. I'm just thinking of what sort of reserve was going to be on it. I mean,
I was just thinking the same thing. Like, wondering how much this is going to go for.
Yeah, exactly.
For all the work that's gone into this.
All
knife.
that work.
You really don't need to worry about it.
Well, I'm still.
Charlie's coming out, guns ablazing.
I was trying to get everybody like, don't worry, you don't have to bid.
Hey Smith, when am I going to get my keyring, mate?
Don't do it, Binarai. I'll be honest with you. Me and Charlie have been talking about this. I finally got stuff figured out. It's a beautiful thing. This package has already gone out. And I got a shovel and 9 keychains to scan. And then they're out the door too. Just about finding the time.
I could have sworn you said this about 5 weeks ago.
No, it wasn't 5 weeks ago.
All right, 6.
1 spade, 1 knife.
I do have to ask about the belt. Is the belt all done? 'Cause I know somebody's very eager for that belt buckle.
Who?
Budweiser's been
Who was it?
eyeing up that Budweiser. He really wants that belt.
Go get the belt.
It's the belt. Give me the belt.
Hurry up.
Did Alejandro leave it?
No.
Oh, he's still here. He's still watching.
Alejandro.
I am around here.
He's mesmerized still.
Yeah, he's still here. Rock on.
I'm still here. My wife is there calling me. Says, "Do you want me or do you want your team in Raptoreum? What do you want?"
Oh.
You stayed quiet, right?
Choose wisely, Alejandro.
Yeah.
Choose wisely.
Brother, I love RTM. I love Raptoreum. But, dude.
Go with the wife.
We'll be back next week. Don't worry.
We've been here since 2018. We're not going anywhere. Go do it. Get it.
You know, I'm a rough guy, so I say, "Hey, you have to wait for me." I'm like the capture, you know, capture television. How do you call this? You have to wait for the sauce to come out.
You say,
like-
"Hey, Luchi, I'm home."
So that's the way I'm handling her for 17 years already. So it's not bad.
Well, brother, if it works, it works. Keep doing what you do.
Oh yes, I got a Peruvian friend. He always have problem with his wife. And when I ask him about what's the problem with your wife, you always have problem. Oh yes, and I'm a good guy. You know, I take care of the children. So I watch dishes. I clean the house. I clean the bed. I do everything. I even clean and wash her interior clothes. And I say, well, that's your problem, man. That's the problem you have with your wife. You are the girl, and she's the man in the house. So if you don't get the right place, that's why she treats you so bad. And then he's like, oh yes, it's true. And I'm telling you now, I'm divorced once, so I'm being 20 years married, and now I have 17 years. Well, not 20 years married. I was like 12 years married, and 17 years now with my wife, so I know what I'm talking about. Or you are the man or you are the female. So and this
Choose
guy,
wisely.
I think he's changing his mind right now.
Alrighty, let's get ready for some dye. Got the
Hurry up.
Have we got this belt?
Oh, yeah, he's got
Get
the
ready,
belt.
Budweiser.
He's got the belt.
And I don't want to be here like, oh, you know, this is a macho. No, guys. I just want to say that if you are making the money and you put the food on the table, that's your place. But if your girl or your wife do that, then you have to be really nice with her, because she's working, she's putting money on the house and on food on the table. I guess you might understand that.
Check that out, guys.
Oh, look at that belt. Wow.
Hang on, you see this shiny part right here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not supposed to be like that. That's due to a bad heat treat. A rushed heat treat.
I want a refund.
I don't know how things got rushed.
I like partially happen.
But I can't send it out the door like that. I cannot. So I have to take this apart, reheat treat it, and it's going to be fully sanded, fully refinished, and yeah.
Okay.
So why?
And it
How
looks
do you
good.
know that? How do you know that's because of a bad heat treat?
Same with the hormone.
Mhm.
It hard steel polishes better, and likewise it also acid affects it differently. So acid had access to all of this area. This area, same as the area right beside it. But the fact that it is affected this immediate steel right here differently than everything else tells me that it's got a bad heat treat. One of the things about pattern welded or Damascus steel is if you do not have your heat treat spot on, you're not going to get a good edge. And that's all about just the carbon placement within it, because the acid attacks the carbon within the steel itself. So if your carbon placement isn't on spot on, you'll see it in your etch. So this is the way that I had planned. I think what we'll do is we'll put this Tonto up for 2 weeks. And then you guys can announce the winner during your AMA or during the AMA.
And what I really want to know is what you talked about a reserve for it before. What's the reserve going to be for something like this? You made it.
Well, you can't tell the reserve. You just secretly put a reserve on. Otherwise, people who are under that reserve, they're like, "What's the use, man? What's the use? I'm out of here." Right?
Yeah, but you just
then
start it off at the maybe 10%.
No, there's a starting bid and then there's a reserve, right? So you got to keep the hype going, keep some of the mystery there, so you don't tell anybody the reserve.
I mean, all right.
You just
all right. I'll tell you what then. If someone asked you to make this professionally in your work right now, what would you sell it for?
You guys don't want to know.
Yeah, you don't.
You don't. You don't want to know.
Let's put it this way. I have sold many knives on the Raptoreum community far below what I would sell it to a client for. And I'm okay with that.
But that Tonto is that's next level, man. You guys, I don't know. Just let me know when it's
What you
time to
saying?
get-
3, 4 nodes, 5 nodes. Charlie's getting worried.
I can't say nothing. You guys want to watch this happen?
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Oh, that was anticlimactic.
That means
You'd be
anticlimactic.
soaking in.
Whatever you said.
Yeah.
Looks like burnt oil.
Wait till
This
it
stuff's
soaks in.
stuff's actually really nice. It turns like a little purpley.
You don't want to be caught with your pants down around Jesse's house, do you?
All right. Now, while he's looking for the spray, the magical spray, let me show you this guy. Oh, actually, let me show you this guy. If you want to just wait right here.
There we go.
So there'll be a video. There'll be a video of this going up.
That's a beautiful kitchen knife. Well, I shouldn't say kitchen knife, chef's knife.
That's fantastic, man.
Yeah.
And this rig is one of the newly discovered pieces of education that I've been diving pretty deep into the laser scanning stuff lately, whenever I can. I run a 18-hour a day, 7-day a week business. So that time isn't really all that available. But the time that I do have, I've been diving deep into this laser thing, and I'm telling you, something that I dreaded, and I'm not going to lie to you, I dreaded it. I dreaded scanning anything. I am looking forward to. I wake up extra early and get here to the shop extra early just to scan the next thing, and we're getting through everything here real quick. So, but anyways, this thing custom built. So this is really cool. These textures that are put in underneath the paint, these actually help the laser align itself. And so you'll see these random textures kind of everywhere along here, and that's not on accident. And then you'll see even texture on these right here. That's all on purpose. These little things, these little details is stuff that I didn't really, and I've taken the information that I've gleaned basically off of multiple sources that they don't give you all of this stuff. They kind of give you a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, and then you're required to put it together. And man, does this thing ever work nice. I tell you what. This is going up for auction.
That's exciting.
Awesome.
Beautiful.
Look at that.
That is world-class bladesmithing, by the way, people. And it's not just world-class bladesmithing like that. I mean, it's world-class bladesmithing with a touch of blockchain.
Wow, look at that now.
There we go.
Oh, yeah. Whoa.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Now,
Oh.
Yeah, I can't wait to get it. Yeah, beautiful.
Awesome.
Yeah, that is brilliant. Absolutely fantastic.
the stain does have to dry. We'll give it a good solid day, and then we'll start putting some coats on there. Every coat is probably going to take about another day to cure.
Yep.
We'll get some rough pictures up right away, and then we'll add to them as the finish becomes more refined, more angles, more refinement.
Yeah, there's so much video that and process that needs to be shown for that knife. Really, it's been going for a long time. So
yeah. I like the fact that this guy actually does hold it.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it does require a little push to pop it out.
Because I prefer my knife to hang upside down on my belt. So.
It will have a reserve. We're not going to let that reserve be known other than one person so that it has an escrow type of situation. Like I said previously, we have done a lot of things under market value in here, which is I'm perfectly okay with. But this, with the amount, I think we have a responsibility to put this at its proper value.
For sure.
No, we need to get that out there and let people see it, especially with the digital copy of it, and with assets coming so close to mainnet now. I mean, it's very important.
Can I just ask a question? Where's the RTM logo on it?
It'll be there, right here. This is an it has to be an after thing.
Okay.
Because of the way we have to etch it on there.
All right. Okay.
It'll be right there.
Awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
And then, yeah, right there on the Habaki.
Brilliant. So when will we get some images of that? And when are we going to start this most anticipated auction?
Screenshot. Seriously. Screenshot that mother. This guy, I'm going to work on it right now.
Yeah.
And get you guys some rough photos. They are going to be rough.
Okay.
I mean, you guys can stick with me. I think we're getting a little long in the tooth on this stream. Feels
Yeah,
like back in the day.
I think we got another 10 minutes.
My man. And just for that, 30?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you believe that you're actually winning over Charlie.
It ain't gonna happen.
Oh, where are we? Where's my cord? Cord. We're just gonna get some of the grime that was built up over handling it. Polishing comes out. Be right back. Wouldn't that suck, eh? I always call the buffer the most dangerous machine in the shop.
Yeah. Well,
Looks so fluffy and so kind. You hook a knife on this thing, or if you're a young lady and you get your hair tangled in it, it'll make a mess of you real fast.
Yeah.
Also had it written knives out of my hand and pulling them. Is that me?
I think it's Scherm. He's got some. I think he's got some leaf blowers or something going on.
Are leaf blowers going now?
I don't know. You've got some kind of static sound noise on your end, Scherm.
You're on mute.
Yeah.
Don't forget, guys. Make sure you like this stream and subscribe to our channel to be kept up to date with any more Raptoreum updates and CryptoSmith streams. Also, be sure to follow us at Threads, at Instagram, and at Twitter. That's at Raptoreum. We're also on Reddit as well. That's r/Raptoreum. And we do this every single week except for the last Sunday of every month, which is the AMAs. You can also get CryptoSmith on Twitter. That is CryptoSmith01. And also at Facebook as well at JD Knives. Oh, look at the shine! Look at the shine on that now. That is incredible.
If at the end of what you say, you kind of bring it up a little bit, you're perfect, David Attenborough.
Really? Oh, I'll work on that then.
Look at them in their natural.
That is cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
That is absolutely brilliant.
Whoa!
So is that sharp now, Smith? Is that sharp or not?
Oh, yeah. Hey, you know what? What I wanted to do with this stream was sharpen it. The real finish of the, and then do some cutting. Maybe cut some watermelon. Please, nobody agree with that. I was completely joking. I would rather take a side of ham and split that up than, you see everybody finish with a knife and they go split a pineapple.
You'd rather do the ham, yeah?
I'd rather do cut through the bone and,
Like really show it off.
There is new Ray-Ban sunglasses with camera on it. You might buy that for your daughter, CryptoSmith, so she can wreck better. Doesn't get tired holding that camera.
Is the camera any good on the Ray-Bans?
Well, they say now they are very good. The last ones, they show up.
All right.
That's
okay.
what I hear.
Yeah, I did see them at the airport when I went on holiday last. They're expensive though. Extremely expensive.
Oh, Ray-Bans are expensive to begin with.
Yeah.
I hear it was $380. I think so, yes.
That's not too bad. And for context, this belt is moving very slowly.
Couldn't hear you very well, Smith, with the belts under. It is extremely satisfying watching that. I'm almost falling asleep.
Very, very soothing.
I think other than Futures, it's probably the longest stream we ever did.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't know if I should be ashamed or complimented.
Well, it's good. You know, we get to finish the Tanto. It's great.
Yeah, it does feel good to be done it.
Yeah.
I mean, relatively speaking.
Yeah, I mean, I can't wait to get my hands on it.
I don't think you're getting it,
long
Charlie.
time.
There's so many
I've been
people that
waiting
want
2
to.
years for that.
I hope you've been saving up your nodes. Because CryptoSmith's taking the lot from you.
That's fine. You can have it. I'll take it. I'll give it.
You know, you got to pick up that call.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, fantastic.
I can see a silver line every time we change direction. And that's my burr. I'm just working it back and forth. And this belt is running in reverse right now. I'm just going until I work that burr off. Once I do, it's essentially because it's been ground down to absolute zero. So I think we'll go up, we'll do some stropping, and we'll cut a piece of leather or something.
Foodwise is saying, "Hey Charlie, that knife will look good with my belt."
Sorry to get some competition.
Yeah, for sure.
Paper.
Here's the test.
Well, it is just test for sharpening. Needs to keep occurring.
Sharp. Even the paper knows.
Right. Didn't say anything before. It was completely blank.
Nope.
Okay. Let's go this way. Woohoo!
Nice.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely sharp.
Yep.
Definitely sharp. Definitely sharp.
You hardly touch it.
Yeah, it's like butter.
Man, here's a slice. Oh, I don't think I put that was like the weight of the blade. The weight of the blade.
Yeah.
Here's one finger worth of pressure.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Yeah, that's a beast.
That was fun. Go get the. There you go. I'm
So how does
tired.
it feel?
It feels good.
So
Feels good.
What's the weight of it, Smith?
It's about half a stone.
It's surely not.
I don't know how much half a stone is, so you got me there. I suppose you want it in grams, hey?
Grams, kilograms, tons, whatever you want to do. Just not stones. No one uses stones anymore, do they?
I don't know. Grams. Here you go. Can you see that?
Yeah.
27.1?
270
270.
270 grams.
grams.
And that is also known as 9.5 ounces. With the Saya, it is 11.3 ounces or 322 grams.
How many angstroms?
0.3 of a kilogram, which would be 2.17 angstroms.
What did you say, Dirty?
How long's the blade in inches? Or
How many
angstroms?
How many inches?
Angstroms.
6.
Oh, angstroms. What's that?
And I already answered it.
Oh.
2.71.
Okay, so are we done? Is this being done?
We're done.
We're done.
Hallelujah.
We're done.
Hallelujah.
Okay.
Officially done.
Let's have one final look at this Tanto then. Let's have another look.
You guys say hallelujah.
You guys heard that, eh?
Oh, look at that, guys. And what is the name for it? Is there like a special code name that we've got for it?
Yes.
And what is it?
It's the Ranto.
The Ranto.
The Ranto. What made you come up with that? Or is it not that name? What?
It's the Rapto.
The Rapto.
Rapto.
Okay.
I thought it was because Charlie was ranting a while.
No, I just put
He wants the knife.
Raptoreum and Tonto together. It's the Raptanto.
Okay.
The Raptanto.
All right.
It's the Ratanto. The Ratanto. It's a work in progress, is what it is.
Raptanto's pretty good.
Smith.
Let's see if Charlie keeps it or if he changes it to Charlie's knife.
Yeah. Smith, a big thanks for today's stream. It's been absolutely brilliant. I have enjoyed it. We've had lots of fun. It's been quite funny, actually. I've had, many laughs through the last 3.5 hours or whatever it is. Thank you all for joining us and sticking around if you're still here watching. If you want to want to go to the weekly update, go back to the start of the stream, and you can check it out there. I'm not going to give a recap. Everyone on this stream now must put their cameras on. Shermanator, Dirty Miner, camera please.
Sure thing.
CryptoSmith is dripping water down his beard. If it's like if it's the only drink he's had in weeks. Oh, I need to put my camera on. There we go. So a big thank you all for joining us and watching us through the entire 2 years of the creation of this Tanto. It's been an incredible journey, and it's really nice to have this finished. And Smith is going to be sending me some images of the Tanto or the Rapto or whatever it is decided it's going to be called. And we're going to get that up on an auction, which is going to have a secret reserve, and that's going to be lasting for 2 weeks. Am I right, Smith? Yeah. So that's going to be.
Sorry, just whenever the AMA is. So if you guys want to clear up who the winner is on the AMA.
On the AMA. Okay. Well, you need to join us on the AMA then, Smith. You need to be there at the AMA. Oh. Yes.
That's why I wanted to do it on the AMA.
So yeah, Smith, you need to be there on the AMA. So we'll do it on there, and yeah, it'll be good. And I'm saying 3 nodes, 4, maybe 4. That's my guess. But who knows? Who knows what it'll go for? But it's absolutely it is the best thing that Smith's created so far, by far, in my opinion. It's absolutely beautiful. So yeah, big thanks.
I feel both patted on the back and slapped in the face. Thank you.
So yeah, big thanks to Smith for all the work he does for the project, and you can be sure that this is going to be one of the main things in the games that people are going to want is the Rapto. So, I mean, as with the rest of the things Smith creates, we are going to have you'll have the main item, which has NFT number 1, and there will be another 99 NFTs that go along with that as well for using in the games as well. So yeah, once again, big thanks for joining us. Don't forget to follow us at Raptoreum, at Instagram, Threads, and at X. And also be sure to follow this official Raptoreum YouTube channel to be kept up to date with anything Raptoreum and CryptoSmith. And also be sure to follow CryptoSmith at CryptoSmith01 at X as well. Thanks a lot, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
And we'll be catching you next week for another live stream. Same time, same place at this channel. Cheers.
Thanks, guys.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Have a good one.